You know, this is kind of the perfect song to come back to. It's like I'm back, guys. I'm here to kick some butt. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to... Holy shit, this is going to be a crazy VTuber review. Oh, my God. Hi, everybody. Good morning. How are you? I'm back. I've rested my voice, and I'm ready for another 119 days of subathon. How would you do? God damn it.
Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't spread over every egg. Why won't you die? Can't hurt me, Jack.
To kick
There is no nanomachine, son.
Also, boobap, plap, plap, plap.
All that, boobap, plap, plap. Hello, everybody. How are you? It's so good to see all of you. Thank you so much for being patient with me the past 2 days, guys. I've had a lot going on in the background. The streams, my voice was absolutely dead. So thank you all so much for your patience. I really needed. I can't even say thank you to Heart because you're making me bald. Stop making me bald, Chad. That's not fair. What's up, Dano? How are you? I hope you guys are doing great. I feel like so much better. You know, that 24-hour stream, it was great. Well, holy shit, I was dead. I was so tired. So Monday chat. No. I guess it was Sunday. Well, Sunday I slept a little bit and I went to bed. I slept 14 hours. Like,
Hi,
14
How are
hours.
you? Just popping
I'm
in
doing
real
better.
quick
I'm doing
before
better.
I have
Thank
to
you
go.
so much.
Hope the rest of stream goes well.
I'm sure it's gonna go great because, oh my God, chat. I am not allowed to take any days off of VTubing because everything fucking melts down. Everything fucking melts down.
Chats, she's
I'm never
bullying us by
taking days
saying,
off
"Take
stream
your
again."
eyes up and fight the power.
Shut up, Walk. How are you guys? Well, today, chat, it's gonna be an interesting day. I don't know how today's gonna go because I was meant to post a UBISOFT in your Discord, but you went live. Oh yeah, Apache. I've been all over it, trust me, especially my days off. I've been able to keep up with it like I used to. So today, chat, we have a lot to discuss, but today's gonna be an interesting day because, well, the subathon timer is all. Thank you for the hype chain. Thank you for 18 months, Boogie. That's wild. That's wild. So today, guys, the subathon has 2 hours left on the timer. I don't know how this is going to go. You know, I'm going to cover as much news as I can. The timer hits 0. Somebody wins. You know, that's it, right? So, you know, GG's. But, you know, if the timer goes up, then I will continue the subathon as normal, guys. So again, thank you all so much for all of your support. I'm so sorry that I was not able to be here the past 2 days. It just, I killed my voice. It was really, really bad. I really needed to rest it. So thank you guys so much for, you know, just giving me the time, allowing me to heal up a little bit. I was in a pretty bad state. I was hurting really bad. So how are you guys? What did I miss? Besides VTuber news, of course, because holy fucking shit. Everything melted down. Everything melted down. First with all this stuff with VNU and Rima. What else happened? All this stuff with Needy VT, which we have to look at. Oh my God, so much stuff. People got, oh damn it, it's bad. It's so bad. I can 100% tell you right now, I will not be able to cover all the news today. I'm gonna have to move separate stories to another day. In fact, we might change our plans for the week depending on how much I get through today, because it's that crazy. Yellow Skull, thank you for giving us up. Oh, I was really bad. She's actually nice to the mods. Shut up, that's not true. I'm never nice to the mods. I don't know what you're talking about. Never been nice to the mods. Never been nice to the mods. I'm doing better, Juan. How are you? Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Just a little rest certainly helped me out quite a lot, but oh my God, I'm going to tell you guys, I might have to adjust all of my stuff for this week because the news is so much. I mean, there's stuff going on with Sylvie Spark, which I'm not going to get into today. We're not going to have time. So I think we're going to get into it maybe Friday. I'm not sure. We're also going to talk about, you know, Ubisoft actually causing a VTuber to get banned, chat. Yes, I can't believe that sentence is coming out of my mouth of yes, Ubisoft has caused a VTuber to get banned. That's right, chat. Yeah, that's right. It's an absolute craziness. this whole V&U situation is wild. There was graduations, there was leaks for their graduations, there was talents going after Rima for talking about it. Guys, it was crazy. All this happened right before the 24-hour stuff. We're gonna dive into it. I mean, it's wild, chat. All kinds of craziness has been going on in VTubing. So I'm sorry we didn't get to talk about it Sunday, but I have a lot to cover today. Yeah, typical Ubisoft, which is really bad, Tokyo. Apparently, the game itself that just came out is actually pretty good from what I've heard, but I don't know exactly how true that is. You know, I do know that it came out. Some people were like, it's really good. Other people are making fun of it. I don't know. So I'm going to let it sit for a few days. So at least talk about maybe Friday. I'm not sure, but we'll find out some. What's up, Eileen? How are you? But first I saw what they did it to 4 people. Wait, they did it to other people too? I didn't know that. I didn't hear about that. That's crazy. When the baby lifted. Well, we are going to talk about it. Because again, there's a lot to discuss about this particular issue. What the fuck is this?
I saw clips of the game. The voice acting is very, very racist towards Japanese.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible. I mean, well, we covered, remember, guys, like, they came out with a special package for the game where they were like, oh, we're going to give you stuff to make boba. I'm sure you guys might remember that, right? You realize that boba did not originate in Japan, right? Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Now, I just finished work for Diddy. Nice, let's go. Well, I have so much to talk about. So please sit back and, yeah, boba's Taiwanese, so it's just like, they don't even know what game they want to make.
Ubisoft got their hands on a Ben Hammer. Major slip up on their part.
Yeah, we should have never given it to them, so. Alright, Chad, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna bring back your favorite offer right now, Chad. If we hit a level 10 hype train, I will promise you something. I will get you an extra booba toggle, but not just the bigger size, or the even bigger size, or the one on top of that. I'm talking booba times 4, chat. The ultimate booba toggle, a super booba ultra mega toggle that you guys will be able to use for channel points. Oh my god. If we get a level 10 hype chain, chat. Alright? Yes, even bigger, even bigger, even bigger, even bigger. Okay, I'm sore. Oh my god. Thank you so much, Sharks, for the 10 gifted subbies. When the booba toggle just be like sentient booba, yes. That's why I'm working on the booba, the TTS booba. Yes, bigger, bigger than that, BJ Rocker. How about that? Bit bigger than that, okay? Yeah, the stream is just booba, alright? So there you go, guys. We're at level 3. If we get to level 10, I'll make it happen. I'm gonna do my wheel spins. Thank you so much, Sharkstar, for the 10 gifted subbies. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Those are tier 1s, right? Okay, because you always do tier 2s. I'm like,
and they keep on growing, and they keep on growing.
And they don't stop growing, and they don't stop growing. And they don't stop growing, and they don't stop growing. And they don't stop growing, and they don't stop growing. And they don't stop growing, and they don't stop growing.
We want
exactly.
a that would make Rain Jaiku from Bleach look like a femboy.
Ooh, I don't watch Bleach. I don't watch Bleach. Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah, I was about to say, I don't even watch Bleach. I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, you got, oh no. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I thought it was 3 TTS. I was about to cry. All right, here you go, chat. That would have sucked. All right, here you go, chat. Ow. It was so close. I would have cried. Oh my god. That hurt, that stung. Yo, what's up, Wonder? How are you? Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Dang it. So close for more brain rot. So close, so close. The first 20 minutes of my live stream were probably the worst 20 minutes of my life. You know, I just want to throw that out there. Yeah, just throw that out there really quick. That was Schmeedy, right? That was actually Schmeedy. Oh my god. Thank you guys so much again. I'm very excited to see though. Remember, last person to sub or gift a sub is going to win $1,000 here. So it's crazy. That's crazy. By the way, Ty, I want to grab you something really quick that I just came out with very recently. I don't know if you guys got to see it, but I actually have a new video come out. So maybe Mod, you can pin this for me, but this is my newest YouTube video that just came out. Please go check it out. It's all about Amaryllis Blue. That was that VTuber that faked their death that we covered in great detail. That was a crazy story. That was a crazy story. I do think I have a little bit of a follow-up for that, TJ. I will let you know. I don't remember. I think it's in here. There's so many stories I have to cover today, chat. I've just lost my mind. I don't even fucking know anymore. I don't even know anymore. But if you don't mind as well, please check out that channel. It's a new channel. And that is where all of my news, my VTuber news and content creator news is going. So please check it out. If you got a little bit of time, guys, I would super appreciate it. Really appreciate it. If you checked it out and subbed, it would mean a lot. Because they're moving everything away from the big channel over to that small one. So, yes, they faked their death. We're not really sure what the reason was. If it was like for cloud or, whatever it was. I mean, again, why would you fake your death, right? Really, the person just needed help, and I think that's all we wanted to talk about when we mentioned it. So, yo, coffee. No coffee today, but I do have a gamer sub. So, yeah, I gotta tell you guys some bad news. Guys, are you ready for some bad news? I know. I hate to hit you with this so early, chat, but it turns out, even though I did everything I could with legal advice and everything, unfortunately, guys, my second YouTube channel, we're not gonna get monetization back. We're not. I did everything I could, chat. It's just not gonna happen. They are not gonna give it back to us. So, yeah, it sucks. It sucks. I'm really sad. See, and that's the thing is they still won't tell me. I did everything I could to come down on them as much as I could, right? Well, Daniel, imagine if I would have actually sued YouTube, right? I'm never gonna win that. The litigation would cost so much money. So I did get some legal counsel. We kind of put some pressure on them. And unfortunately, they came back and said, well, you're fucked. So, yo, thank you so much for the level 3 hype chain. Y'all are absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I did. We sent them an official letter. And pretty much the way that it is written at YouTube is you are at their mercy, chat. There's nothing you can do about it. You're pretty much fucked. They can do whatever they want with you in your channel. Especially when it comes to monetization. They get a little bit like, it's like written in their terms that almost the equivalent of like, if we don't like you, we can just demonetize you. Like, they can literally do whatever they want to. So it's really, really hard to get any reaction from them, get them to tell me what's going on. I mean, I can't even get a reason. Yeah, no. They won't even give me the reason, Roman, as to why it's happened. All I want is specifics. I asked them, I said, hey, Nep, no, because the thing is we would have to pursue litigation, right? What's up, Martin? And think about that, Nep. That's going to cost me money. And I'm going to have to go up against Google. Do you think that I have the money to fight Google? Like, there's no way. Also, someone made a false claim. I'll post on a YouTube channel for music. They didn't exist in video. Guess that made a claim gets their revenue. Yep, that could definitely happen. So, people do that all the time, which is really scummy. So, that's actually a tactic. But, yeah, no, guys, there's no way I can go to court and fight it. There's just absolutely no way. So, it's pretty rough right now, chat. So, I might do something to kind of, I want to make sure that I'm still able to push as many videos. Pay my editors. So, I might come out with something special after the subathon. We'll kind of see what happens. But we know who got it demonetized. Nope. They can't. The thing is here, they said it was an internal decision, right, by YouTube.
YouTube is a hoe for
and I
doing
talked
that.
to 2 people.
No honor there
Yeah,
anymore.
right.
I feel like
Right.
there's no humans there. Hashtag shame on
After the
YouTube.
subathon, what's that? It's today, Boyd. The subathon's ending today. But I appreciate all your support. Thank you guys so much. Again, they won't tell me the specifics. They told me to learn from my lessons, even though they won't tell me what's wrong. So how am I supposed to learn from a lesson if you're not gonna tell me what the fuck I did wrong? It's crazy. So, all we do, chat, is just keep going. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, exactly. One lesson. It's like, you didn't tell me what's going on. What's up, Annabelle? How are you? Officially living matrix, machine rules everything. Yep. The problem is like, all their stuff is automated, right? And a bunch of the responses I got in the start were all automated. And finally, when I talked to somebody, they literally like, I just can't tell you the reason, because if I tell you the reason, then other people will exploit it. And I'm like, that's stupid. That is the dumbest reasoning I've ever heard. How are people going to exploit if you tell me what's wrong with my channel that's specific to me? You're telling us how to avoid doing problematic things on your website. That makes no sense. I swear, guys, YouTube is on something these days. So exactly, like, how am I supposed to do better if you don't tell me what I did wrong, you know? So yeah, I mean, you can do naked yoga, you can do like predatory ads. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with like naked yoga. Like, trust me, I'm not complaining, but the thing is like, be fair, be consistent, and be equal across the board, right? And that's all I ask. I did finally speak to somebody, Satan, in person, but they literally just repeated the same things with different words. And again, I did have, a legal counsel involved, and they said, well, here's the stuff right here in front of you. Like, when you become a YouTube partner, even when you monetize, there's also these contracts, right? And in it, it basically just tells you, it's like, you are literally at YouTube's mercy for whatever they want to do with you. There's just nothing I can do, guys. Nothing I can do. I went through the process, trust me, and this is, that's it. That's it, chat. So I will definitely let you know what happens in the future, but for now, we're just gonna forge on. Again, I might open up some special rewards or something in the future.
How are we supposed to learn your mistake when you can't tell us what that mistake was?
Exactly.
Just tell us.
That's my point.
Hashtag small brain
Yeah,
YouTube moment.
That's my point. That was my original point. That I asked, and then I got the AI answer. I was like, nah, fuck this. Like, we're gonna bring in the big guns, baby. I'm bringing in the big guns. But ultimately, chat, that is where it stands. So there's nothing we can do. There's nothing that we can change or fight. It is what it is. I think I might have an idea of what it potentially is. And I will be making adjustments based on that. But yeah, chat. But yeah, I think that's really it. I think that's really it. So, yo, what's up, Osio? How are you? Goodness, you have a suspicion too. Yeah, I do as well, but be what it be. So, Osio, I don't know how much you pay attention to what's going on. Well, holy shit. Have you logged into Twitter lately? Because, oh my fucking God, it's insane. Well, Jack, I tried to end it this weekend, and Chad wouldn't let me. I even tried with a 24-hour subathon marathon, and they were like, nope, you have a channel that is monetized. So, Coffee, my main channel is monetized, however, I don't really upload there, so I'm not, honestly, I probably make like $20 off of that channel a month. Yeah, I don't blame you, Osio, because it's been wild out here. Well, I will try to inform you of everything that's been going on, because holy shit, especially on Twitter, we have all that stuff with Needy VT that's been going on. We're going to talk about that in great detail today, chat. That's probably going to take up most of our stream is talking about Needy VT. So, we don't remember Needy VT. Needy VT was that streamer we talked about 2 months ago, and they were essentially making fun of another VTuber's rigging. They were, talking about live on stream, how they did not like these parts of the rigging, pointing out these problems, stuff like that, right? Even though they bought this model that was like an adoptable, right? They bought this model of somebody else's, but they were really being wrong and making fun of it. So we called that out. This person apologized. A lot of us were kind of like, well, we'll just kind of wait and see how they react, what everybody else does. I think most everybody kind of was like, that was shitty, but they tried to make it right. Everybody was pretty forgiving. Well, chat, Stay with me, as all things, happen with the Vtuber review. Guess what happened, chat? Guess what happened? Oh, it didn't just get worse. Oh, it didn't get worse, chat. It went fucking nuclear. It fucking full on meltdown, chat. Like hydrogen bomb level insane. Yeah, it got bad. Turns out, chat. I'm not gonna lie, Alara Soda started the 24-hour stream. Moving out a loop, I thought some of them was so glad your voice is better though. Thank you so much, Tips. I really do appreciate that. I got really far into it. I think we hit hour 22 and my voice was just gone. It was just gone. Yo, what's up, Deception? Thank you for 19 month streak. Thank you so much. Very sweet, Mega Lucaria. Oh no, it got bad. It turns out, guys, that this person that was under that controversy before, actually was buying models from other people. And I'll say right now, I'll say allegedly, ended up scalping these models so they would buy them at a lower price and resell them for a higher price. They literally were flipping models, just like, a home renovation on, THC or whatever, right? They were flipping models. Yeah, it was, it's pretty messed up, very disrespectful to VTuber artists. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about, hopefully today, if the heaty stuff doesn't take so long, we're also going to talk about the VNU situation because holy shit, chat. There was graduations. There was people threatening each other. There was leaks. There was people getting upset about leaks. There was all kinds of stuff. There was Legal Mindset and Rima getting involved with all of this controversy. I mean, this particular thing with VNU is probably one of the craziest situations I've seen in a really, really long time. Yeah, like, trust me, guys, I've been doing news for over a year now. This was fucking nuts. This is literally just absolutely insane. So, have you seen the Booba Book? I have seen the Booba Book trend on Twitter. Daniel, I wouldn't mind doing it if my tattoos wouldn't dox me. So I'm like, no. I have too many tattoos on my chest. I'm like, so a boy toy, basically what it is somebody buys a model for a lower price and resells it for a higher price. So, which can be against TOS sometimes to the artist, depending on what it is. But all in all, it's just morally wrong. Yeah, there's, what people are doing is they're putting a picture of their boobs covered with a book or something else.
Hope he's on their side. Otherwise, it's best to leave the internet at that point.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like Legal Mindset for some reason. Like, I don't have a problem with Legal Mindset. I've never really interacted with him. I've only interacted through him, kind of like talking about stuff he's been part of. So, Iris, so I have very distinct tattoos on my chest, on my collarbone, like right below my collarbone. So, if I take any pictures like that, like anytime I've done Hank Kim streams, I put a shirt on that covers everything because of that reason, right? Like, if I was just to go around or whatever, people will be able to recognize these tattoos. They're very, 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 very unique and very easy to identify. So, yeah, no worries. If you violate a contract, you might be liable for a lawsuit. Yeah, with VNU, there's so much to consider, Yeah, I have been liking this coverage of that. So, I see on Reddit a lot. Of yes, it's a tattoo of Pinky in the brain. How did you fucking know? But yeah, people literally just take a picture of like their chest like fully exposed, but they cover the nips with a book. That's the trend right now. So I really wanted to do it, but then I was like, fuck, there's no way to do it. So I was like, all right, bet. Yeah, there was just no way. I tried to like figure it out. I was like, maybe I put makeup over it. I tried to take a picture with the makeup over my tattoos. I was like, nah, it ain't gonna happen. So, yeah, no, they're fully colored. So, like, there's nothing I can do. I even tried to put makeup over it. So, Kirby on the nips. Yeah, exactly. Kirby tattoo on the nips. Imagine. But, when I do read stuff about Legal Mindset, there's a lot of people on Reddit, which this is Reddit, right? A lot of people on Twitter. They don't like legal, right? And again, I have no problem with legal. I'm more concerned with what's being said, how it's being treated, all that kind of stuff. So again, I like the nuance behind things. I don't like to, be like, I hate this person just because they did this one thing. I want to have a discussion with all of you. So, with the VTuber mind, don't agree with it. Yeah, but like, then I was like, but like, I don't have like a really like nice like setup for that. So I was like, nah, it's all cool. Yeah, so Lime, I do want to talk about some particulars in it because there are some things that I'm kind of on the fence about. But we're going to discuss it in great detail because Lime, there is some stuff that I'm kind of like, I don't know how to feel about it yet. I think I need to, as much as the stuff that I've gathered, have I read absolutely everything before stream? No, I have not. So that's why I like to dive into it. And I did like his coverage of the Johnny Somalia case. He's done some good stuff in the past. I mean, it's not all just, doom and gloom, right? But, at the same time, like, there was some controversy about his stuff with talking with Pin. There was, the leaks, all that kind of stuff. So, a lot to cover. And then on top of that, chat, what the fuck is going on? Ninja, Sanji, and Hololive are working together? That's crazy. That's crazy. Ninja, Sanji, and Hololive doing something together? Ain't no way. Ain't no way, chat. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Yep. It's all true, Nep. And it's a big event. It's a big event, chat. Really, really big event. So, absolutely crazy. Well, guys, I am going to leave the channel points on for right now, as long as you don't crazy with them. So, everybody do me a favor, just type news, and we'll dive right into it, okay? I did, Nick. I do want to talk about that here very soon. I got to stick to VTuber news today, but I do want to talk about that. Depending on how today goes, I do want to talk about some IRL news. So yeah, we'll just kind of see how everything is going. And I might adjust my schedule, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, what's up,
You
Angel? How are you?
what?
You what? Yes. Okay, so Tuxedo, it's a very hit and miss, right? So for the most part, it's not too bad. But when they get near your collarbone, oh my heavens. Oh my heavens. It hurts so bad. It's so bad. Yeah. And anything that gets near your bone, oh my God, it hurts so bad. I was gripping the chair. I was like, oh my God. And it was on both sides, right? So I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but oh yeah, that hurt. Other than that, it was all good. It was all good. So what's up, Belfry? How are you? Welcome to Summertime Day 119. 2 hours left. So the ban on anime games is just a clickbait article. Gotcha, Walk. I haven't dived into it, so we'll certainly take a look at it in upcoming days. So, well, first up, chat. Again, I did want to remind you really quickly. I did just come out with a new YouTube video. If you guys would like to check it out, I would super appreciate it. And of course, this is also my brand new channel. It's called Alara News. Please go check it out. Please go check out this video. I would very, 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 very much appreciate it if you checked it out. Yeah, I heard what you said, Lime. Like I said, we're gonna talk about it because I want to dive into this situation. So, all right, guys. So first up on our news today, I do want to talk about, as always, bans, suspensions, all that kind of stuff. And there was quite some very controversial ones that just happened. Are we doing okay? Yeah, I'm doing good now, Belfry. I just, I need a little rest. I'm doing much better. All good now. So thanks for asking. So first up, ban, suspensions, YouTube and Twitter issues. First up, chat. Unfortunately, Freya was actually banned from Twitch. That is right. She received a 1-day ban. She actually said, "I'm so excited for my first time stream as a full-time VTuber," and Twitch said, "Nah, bro. Nah, bro. I don't know exactly what happened. It could be anything just because I'm sus 100% of the time. I don't know if it's because of Big Booba. I literally have no idea. So, unfortunately, we did not." Nice. Oh, sorry, I was sneezing. Unfortunately, we did not get a reason as to why. But chat, she wasn't banned pretty quickly. So, thank you. Say thank you, chat. So she wasn't banned after 1 day, 4 minutes, and 44 seconds. So at least it was only 1 day ban. But no, I really wish that we would have got a reason for this. I don't know what's going on. So, there it is, chat. So, in other news, really, really serious thing that we need to talk about today, chat, is DocuVT. So, DocuVT tweeting out, a Twitch chatter came into my chat, decided to drop $2,000 worth of subs in bits, and now is charging back on his purchases. And because of this, chat, Twitch has decided to ban him indefinitely for fraud. What the fuck are you doing, Twitch? This isn't his fault at all. Why would you ban somebody for fraud when they literally did nothing at all? This person did this chargeback on them. They're literally at their mercy. They're like, actually, what were they supposed to do? What were they supposed to do? They can only try to, fight it, right? This is a horrible situation, chat. For you to do something like this, or even think that to be this person, right? Drop all these subs, and do this types of things to somebody is absolutely just fucking disgusting. I really, really hope this is fixed soon, because again, this person does not deserve any of this kind of stuff, right, chat? So that's really fucked up, right? Like that's really fucked up, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that, because not only should this person get a ban, but they need to hunt down whoever did this and fucking IP ban them. Like, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible. So, wishing the best, of course, for Doki. I want to spotlight it, and hopefully their stuff will get fixed. So, really quickly, chat, I did want to talk about something very important. I don't know if you guys know Bibly Darling. Bibly Darling's account on Twitter was suspended for an inauthentic account. She was actually reporting against another account impersonating her, yet Twitter decided, you know what we'll do? I will ban the actual account. What the actual fuck? They literally said, oh yeah, I'm gonna report this fake account. They said, well, clearly the fake account, what's up, Mr. Whom, is the fake one, or I'm sorry, the real account is the fake one, and took the shot on them. So guys, if you want to go check this out, it's on Jane's channel, or their Twitter. Maybe you can just at, Elon Musk X support, stuff like that would be appreciated, because again, as you can see, chat, their account has been suspended, and very much wrongfully so. Very, very crazy. Very, very, very crazy. So, yeah, they literally banned them for the wrong reason. Exactly, Evan. So dumb. Now, guys, I know that we talked about dumb bans, but this right here might be the worst one that I've ever seen in my life. And that is right, chat, Olivia Munro. I know a lot of you guys know Olivia Munro. She was banned yesterday, chat. Now, you might be asking yourself, why exactly is this? Why did Olivia get banned? Well, what did she do to deserve this, right, chat? I mean, again, Olivia's pretty wholesome. She's a very, very just like, she's a solid streamer, right? She's very wholesome. She always kind of minds her P's and Q's. I had no big problems until this moment, because again, this is her first ban, right, chat? You can see that. Well, chat, what if I told you that Ubisoft, yes, Ubisoft, the game company, has actually caused this entire issue? Well, chat, let me show you exactly what happened. You're good, you're good. So, Olivia was supposed to stream the new Assassin's Creed Shadows game, which came out yesterday. And a lot of times, right, bigger companies will partner with certain streamers to promote the game, right? They'll get to give you like an early access or something like that, a code, and you play it in return for payment, right? Very normal sponsorship type stuff, right? That's why you see sponsored streams, and equivalent to that, right? So this was something that Olivia was going to do, right? She spoke to Ubisoft, they gave her a code probably, and said, yeah, we want you to play this game on stream and talk about it, so on and so forth, right? Well, Olivia decided to stream the game and got banned for it. But why is that, chat? Well, unfortunately, she was, I'm going to assume, reported for copyright and breaking embargo. And that is because her Ubisoft rep that she spoke to approved the time, because they read it as 7 p.m., not 7 a.m. So she started streaming it at 7 a.m. when the embargo for them, I guess, started at 7 p.m. And because Ubisoft doesn't know the difference between AM and PM, chat.
And there seems to be
They banned
no
her.
sign of intelligent life anywhere.
This is 100% Ubisoft's mistake. They literally cannot read a fucking sentence and got her banned for it. Yep. They literally got her banned for it because they can't fucking read, chat. Absolutely insane. What's up, Warframe? Absolutely insane, chat. On top of this, Olivia said also that they sent her an email like 2 minutes before they banned her. So even if she was a bit into stream right, it wouldn't have mattered. They say her response, it was over.
Okay.
It was over at that point, right, chat? So, really, really unfortunate that this happened to her. Again, this is all Ubisoft's fault. I want to make that clear. They did not properly read their communication and decided to ban her. Well, luckily, chat, they did unban her pretty quickly. Twitch was on it. They did unban her after 5 hours, 8 minutes, and 36 seconds, this was in the middle of the afternoon, so that could mean that she was able to stream again. I didn't go and check, to be honest, but what I want to point out here is that even though this was fixed, right, Ubisoft has not been looking real great, especially with this new game. So many issues already. And for them to just kind of do this as well, this is just like icing on the cake. Like, and when I say icing on the cake, I mean like a shit cake. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly, Maddie. Exactly. Like, another reason not to play the new Assassin's Creed game. But, this took away a lot from her stream. This took away a lot from her business, right? Remember, she's making money off this, right, chat? So they did dig into her revenue, and I think that's a really big deal. I think that's something we need to call out. That is wrong from Ubisoft to do. So, yes, exactly. So look, Ubisoft actually meant to tell her it's 7 p.m., not 7 a.m. Ubisoft approved my time because they read it at 7 p.m., not 7 a.m. Which I know it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like a small miscommunication, but there are very strong, results of this miscommunication, right? There's really horrible consequences from this miscommunication. So, Ubisoft needs to be held accountable, and they need to be called out for it. And I hope that they make it right with her, because that's pretty egregious. That's pretty egregious. I would never like Ubi, not gonna lie, but the game look okay so far. I don't really know much about the gameplay yet. I haven't had time to dive into it, but I'll definitely let you know, Nick. I'll definitely let you know. Anyway, chat, that's where we stand on all our bans and suspensions. Really quickly, let's talk about just some hiatuses, some partner celebrations, and a ton of debuts before we hop into some corpo of Vtuber news. So, coming here from Rio, Rio saying semi-infinite hiatus announcement. Rio is currently hospitalized and doesn't know when she'll be able to return. She thanks y'all so much for the past years and apologizes for any upcoming collabs. If any of them involve money, please DM Rio and she will sort it out once she's back. Thank you for your patience and understanding. So, guys, Rio, Bukai, all the best. But they are going to be taking a semi-infinite hiatus due to health. Always comes first. Only one partner to celebrate today, chat. And that's going to be Ranja. Ranja just hit Twitch partner. This feels like impossible to reach goal for the longest time, but it's an actual reality. Never stop believing. And thank you seriously so much. So, great job, Ranja. Send them some loves. And congratulations. That's amazing. Yeah, I like their model. Yeah, I really like their model. All right, chat, let's go take a look here at some upcoming debuts. And there's a lot to talk about. First up, chat, Lorelei Locke. Actually, it looks like she is about to make a big comeback. She was part of a former VTuber company, I believe, along with Mia Marina. And it looks like she's going to be doing the debut coming up April 5th. So write that one down, and we'll be looking forward to that one. In that news as well, guys, Niren just announced her new model 3.5 model reveal. If you ain't find me, now quick, can I juice up your outlet? I'm so over the moon for this. I can't wait to live my best little electrical hazard life on stream with all of you. So here's Niren's new model. I don't think we have a date for that, but I will let you know when that is. So also, what the fuck is that toggle? That's so cursed. In other news as well, guys, we also have Peel. That is right, Peel announcing their 100K celebration announcement. They're going to be debuting their 3D model of a collaboration coming up. And this is all coming out on March 29th at 9 p.m. PDT over on YouTube. So please go support Small Peel. This looks really exciting for their 3D debut. Also on top of this chat, we also have Pods. Pods giving us a little bit teaser. It's all ogre for you on March 20th. So it looks like we're going to get a bit of a new model and also the fucking Shrek ears. I love it. I love it. So I'll be on the lookout for this tomorrow, actually, chat, March 20th. Love it. I love that. Coming up as well, chat. This is actually Saturday. Is I'm trying to remember. Lulu. Sorry, I skipped. My brain skipped for a second. This is Lulu's 3D debut coming up at 5 p.m. GMT chat. So let's go take a look. I cannot remember her abbreviated name. Lulu is a Vtuber manager. She's very sweet. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but she's very, very sweet. Go give her some love. So she's been around for a very long time. Another news as well, guys. Nya is also doing the debut coming up. A debut announcement. Welcome to my cafe. Here's Nyala, other 1.0 debut coming up this Sunday, 8 p.m. GMT. Let's take a look. I love 3D TVs. Those are so cute. If that fit my vibe, I would totally do that more. Very, very exciting, chat. So write that one down. For Nyala. I hope I said that right. Another news as well. I got 4 more debuts to talk about, and we'll hop into our news, guys. And coming here from Caleb Kovalskaya, from HoloLive. This is actually going to be, I want to bring it here because this one is very different. This is actually a re-debut. That is right, a re-debut stream, chat. So take a look. I cannot say their name. It's Kovalskaya. Okay, got you. I literally have never watched him in my life. But it's cool they're doing a re-debut. I love that. There's too many VTubers. I can't keep up with them all. Yeah, so many. So many. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to keep up with all of it, So, this one is happening March 26th, chat. So be on the lookout for this one. Very, very exciting. Again, it's a re-debut, which is why I wanted to put it here. So, there's going to be so many more. Coming up here from Lazuli is her debut coming up Friday, March 21st. So let's go take a look here at this trailer as well. 5 p.m. PST. I like the vibes for this one, yeah. I like the vibes for this one a lot. That's cool, retro gaming, yeah. Like the pixel, like, very, very cool. And I like the square screen, like, the vibes in that are very real, so I get excited for that. Yeah, I even like the art. Kind of reminds me of Pokemon. Yeah, it looks nice. Another news, guys, let's go check in here with, I believe this is Rebby Rompin. Rebby Rompin is also doing a debut. coming up Saturday, March 22nd. You guys are gonna be busy that Saturday. Holy shit.
It's Rebby.
Yeah, y'all have a lot to look at on Saturday.
Ow.
Cute. Cute, cute, cute. And finally, chat. Oh, one more. Coming here from Angel Steps. Angel Steps announcing her 3D model debut coming up this Saturday. I don't have a time, but it is coming out, chat. So very, very, very exciting. I'm super pumped for this because we love Angel Steps around here. So I'll be on the lookout for this one, chat. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I like the models I'm seeing. Yeah, really, really cool. I always like to talk about debuts and kind of spotlight this. You can write them all down. A lot going on Saturday. I'm so excited too. Saturday, chat, because I'm playing Repo for the first time with Dio and a bunch of other people. So it's gonna be so sick. I'm so excited. Okay, let's get into some corpo VTuber news, chat. And you know, I'm gonna skip straight to the VNU situation as we talk about this. Everybody do me a favor and type hi YouTube, because this one is definitely going on YouTube. We have so much to talk about. This VNU situation, chat. Absolutely insane situation that happened here. I want to say, look, I want to say this really quickly, chat. There's a lot of nuance. There's a lot of discussion around this particular topic. We're gonna dive in, but there's a lot to talk about, and I really want to hear what you guys have to say because, you know, again, this is an open conversation, right? This is a safe space to discuss stuff. But I do want to remind you guys, don't be harassing anybody, okay? This has been very divisive in the community, and I think we need to talk about it in great detail with great nuance. So let's get into it, chat. So first up, coming out here was Maeve. She actually announced her graduation 6 days ago. So this was Maeve announcing her graduation, coming from VNU. At this time, 6 days ago, we knew some stuff was going on with VNU. We saw a lot of people graduating, but we weren't really sure what was going on, like the specifics, right? We just knew that VNU people were graduating. It was happening a lot. We were not sure what the reason for that was. We were very much just like scratching our heads, right? And remember, I think you remember this on the Wednesday before. I talked a lot about these VNU graduations coming up. You know, at the time, Maeve had only made an announcement. We were all very confused. And at the same time, we were also talking about something is going on behind the scenes with VNU, right, chat? So we weren't really sure what that is, but now we know. Well, Maeve is graduating, chat. She is graduating, so she did put out this, I'm sorry. Let me show you her letter first. I will take a look at it. What's up, Steel Rat? Yes, so much today. So Maeve, I was in graduation announcement. I thank you guys for everything. I hope we can laugh and smile up till the end. And it says, it's great with sadness. On March 24th, I will be your silly brute force ninja for the final time before I hang up my gamer headphones and return to my ninja clan in the forest. So, of course, leaving me my community and new talents was one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make, and was not one I made lightly. I told myself no matter what happened, I would stay strong and remain Maeve forever, because I love her in my community that much. But sometimes you have to learn to prioritize yourself, your well-being, and in order to do that, leaving was my answer. Despite these circumstances, I will never get my time here, and that's thanks to my community. Hope that even after Maeve ceases to exist, we'll continue to find each other and remain friends. So definitely a big announcement here, chat. You know, very large YouTuber coming from VNU, 107,000 subscribers. Really, really big deal, right, chat? Really, 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 really big deal. So anyway, she did have a message to the VTuber community about this graduation. So I kind of want to set the tone with this, what she says. So let's go take a look at what she, you know, her message she put out.
I also want to take a moment to personally, this is a personal request, that no matter how these graduations make you feel, I ask that you don't bring drama anywhere. Corpo graduations can be a scary time.
Yeah, that ship sailed. That ship sailed. Unfortunately, chat, with everything that took place, and this was not that Maeve did anything at all. this wasn't anything that Maeve did, right? You're gonna see what happened, but unfortunately, I feel like this message is pretty clear. Like, I think people want to graduate in peace. They want to do their own thing. I can totally agree with that, right? It doesn't need to be all this crazy, like, speculation around it. Like, sometimes people just graduate because they graduate, right? However, I will say, chat, unfortunately, VNU talent, which we're going to look at here in a second, did cause a lot of issues. So I feel like maybe this could have been respected to a degree, right? But unfortunately, with the way it turned out, that is not what
Due
was
to
going to
NDAs
happen.
and contracts, you're naturally missing a lot of pieces of the puzzle.
No, it's always sad to see her
The
go.
remaining talent are genuinely some of the kindest, most hardworking people that I have ever met. And the last thing I would want is for them to have to deal with any negatives from my departure. To be blunt, drama towards a company always affects the remaining talents, even if you don't intend it to do so. Please redirect those emotions towards being kind and supportive to the talent. Please also don't ask any of the remaining talent about the news of our graduations. Please try to keep things lighthearted and on topic when within their communities and chats. They're going through a lot as well, so please respect their individual spaces. I did also want to...
And I can agree with this notion quite a lot, right? You don't want to harass the talents for more information, all that kind of stuff, right? You really don't want to do that. But unfortunately, chat, I feel like this was completely thrown out the window because one of the VNU talents caused quite a lot of drama. So guys, we're going to take a look at that, but I do want to show you the rest of the graduations that happened before we start talking about it. So Cyan Heart also came out from VNU, also said that I'll be graduating. It's coming up March 28th. My final stream would be then. Until then, I hope we can create fun memories and ridiculous stories together. So, another announcement here. We also have, of course, Echo from VNU also announcing their graduation, saying, have some stuff to talk about. And then ultimately, they did release their own one that said I'll be graduating from VNU on Tuesday, March 25th. So, for those who watch me for a while, this probably isn't much of a surprise. I want to show you this decision was not made easy to make, nor was it taken lightly. So, a lot of these people from VNU deciding to leave. Now, again, Chad, this was kind of something where it's like, okay, I get what Maeve was saying and agree, right? Like, we don't want to fight for information, stuff like that, letting people graduate. But unfortunately, chat, one particular VNU member caused quite a lot of issues. So here we go, chat. Buckle the fuck up because this is where it gets fucking wild. So what happened, chat, was Rima was talking about this graduation on her stream, right? And that's totally fine. Very well within fair use to discuss what is going on. You guys know Rima. We love Rima. Rima is very, she's very fair. She's very nuanced. She will give you all the facts of the story, right, chat? Yeah, I mean, we love Rima around here. I appreciate her for her coverage. She does a great job. So anyway, Rima was talking about this particular situation. And unfortunately, chat, not everybody was excited about that coverage. So here we go, guys. Rima said, I was legitimately not going to address this as an attention to hide within the company, VNU. I didn't mind being a punching bag to a certain degree. However, this is going too far, and I'll be addressing this on stream. So coming here from Tomo, tweeting out, why do journalists never do the bare fucking minimum anymore? Hanging and quartering all drama tourists. Bruh, you are part of a company, a corporate Vtuber setting. You should not even be joking. There shouldn't even be implications of a threat. I mean, I look at this and I'm like, this is kind of threatening, right? I mean, I know there could be an argument made against it. Maybe she was just kidding, stuff like that. Guys, you are part of a professional environment. You can't be saying shit like this. You cannot say stuff like this and it'd be okay. Ultimately, chat, this was deleted, but because of this chat, as you can imagine, everything fucking exploded, chat. Because of this threat, she did decide to delete the post. Anyway, we have a thing here from he or she saying, maybe you weren't threatening Rima. Should have said so in the first place instead of quoting what you posted. Team mentality is not something I support, and it's baffling to see that coming from a new talent. Which I agree. Again, you are in a corporate setting. You're a corporate VTuber. You cannot say stuff like that, right? And of course, they replied, I actually DM her personally to try and clear things up, but she ignored it, went live, and it stopped me from being able to comment in her stream. Well, I wonder fucking why. I wonder why that is. You know what I mean? Like you cannot act like you were surprised by this at all, right? Like, there's no way. Of course, she deleted that tweet, and then she goes in a Rima stream. I sent you a DM about this a while ago. Just wondering if you saw it. From hanging corner to Rima is crazy, yeah. Which I agree, right? Like, can somebody tell me where I threatened Rima specifically? Right here. It's right here. You know, this is crazy. Which I see a lot of people trying to downplay this. Like, oh, like this isn't a threat. It's clearly like, a joke, hyperbole, whatever, right? Like, guys, I'm gonna be real. You should not be saying stuff like that, period. You know what I mean? Like, you typed this out. Why did you think that was a good idea? There's no way to downplay it, in my opinion. Of course, Parent I had a little bit to say about this as well. Saying, Tomomi, saying that Rima deserve torture for making content on your clapping company. The deleting tweet is very brave. Some other talents rapping, and which we'll talk about. So I guess it should farm you for content as well. Feeling mentally ill sisters is kind of my thing. Can you kind of threaten me too? I'm Colombian, so you're gonna have to try about how to impress me, but keeping that attitude. Let me continue to laugh at you. Please don't tell me you're gonna fold just like your company. Continue to entertain my community, low clowns. You're a great content creator. So, Parent really just coming to Rima's defense and, throwing out some shade.
Sense not found.
Again, just why would you say that? False coming out as well. False having a little bit to say, saying disgusting behavior. This is why many of us cannot attend conventions. We cannot be certain of our safety. And now we have agency VTubers saying these threats, which a lot of people, again, went and downplayed False, saying, oh, False is, this right here. She wasn't serious. Come on, let's slide. All it takes is one follower taking it seriously and someone is harmed or worse. And, a lot of people, I think, try to downplay this. They're like, he's fine with spirit VTubers when the minute VTuber starts fighting back their victims. That's not even equivalent at all. Like, False gives you the news, right? He gives it to you, he says it, and then, somebody making this right here. This is crossing a line, exactly. This is crossing a line. You may not like False's coverage, but we have to agree here. I think if you agree that this crossed the line, type 1. I think we can all agree here, chat, today, all of you, that this crossed the line. You know what I mean? That's the first time I actually felt sad of her VTuber graduation, yeah. Oh my god, I miss Sue so much. She's so sweet. But this is just, again, to me, that's not okay. You are let alone not a you are a corporate VTuber, not even going into how morally that's, you shouldn't threaten somebody. You shouldn't threaten somebody. That's not okay. Not an okay thing to do. Anyway, chat, what caused a lot of this issues with some of this.
Donkey!
What caused a lot of these issues was Spectra also tweeted this out. Saying, maybe I'll read the caption next time. Please remember to be respectful of the talents. It says, important enough, so please do not reproduce this stream without permission. Thank you. So, I feel like this is where a lot more stuff was thrown in, trying to go up against Rima, right? Don't reproduce. Well, guys, this isn't a reproduction, right, chat? Nowhere is what Rima did a reproduction. A reproduction would be relisting it or, just re-uploading like part of it. Rima literally applied for use to it. She transformed it with her commentary and her thoughts, adding into it, so it's fair use. So I feel like a lot of people were kind of like, yeah, that's ain't it. Fair use supersedes feelings. Already seen comments, people saying the description, people are entitled to view. Heard the damn law, heard her showing respect. Which, again, I think that Rima showed a lot of respect in her coverage, you know what I mean? But even still, Leah Slime, like, even if she said not to react, there's no way you can stop that. It's under fair use. You know what I mean? The thing is Rima did cover it respectfully, so I don't see what the problem is there, you know? But here we go, chat. This is kind of where everything blew up in a really bad way. So, I'm gonna take a sip of my drink, chat, because guess what? Guess what, chat? It got so much worse. It got so much worse, chat. Like, I'm fucking fuck, man. I know I'm laughing, but it's not funny. I'm trying to laugh because I'm just laughing through the pain, chat. This is fucking insane. Hey, thank you for the follow. What's up? How are you? I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name. Thank you for following. So, anyway, chat. All of this stuff happened, right, chat? Rima kind of being a punching bag. People coming to your defense. I mean, I even said over on my Twitter as well. I did have some things to say about this. That's a lot of move on. Let me see if I can find my stuff. Thank you so much, Pudgy. I appreciate you. Here it is right here. So, there's a lot to unpack, right? But, I talked about, like, you shouldn't threaten them, reproducing the exact near, just kind of explaining, like, what fair use is. And I just talk more about, like, permission. And I think at the end of the day, chat, like, you have to remember, if it's on the internet, somebody's going to talk about it, right? It's going to be talked about. And one thing that I know from knowing Rima personally is that if somebody asks you, if somebody comes to me and says, hey, Alara, I don't want you to cover this, or, I want you to take down your coverage about it. Listen to my word, chat. I have, every single time that somebody's asked me that, I've always respected that fact. I've always respected that fact. If somebody has asked me to not cover something, I have removed it from my docket or cut it out of my videos or all that kind of stuff. I've done that every single time somebody's asked me to do that, chat. So I think that, I know, knowing Rima, I know she would do the exact same thing, but because they threatened her, now it completely changed the context, everything, right? And I think one thing that I've discovered a lot when I've been reporting on stuff, right? I want to give you a very specific example, right? I was reporting on an essay thing that happened, right, chat? And I got a lot of flack for covering this essay story. And a person said that I needed to reach out for permission. Was very, very upset. And ultimately, I took down the YouTube video. I took down, all the information, right? Because I wanted to be respectful of them. They are the victim and they deserve that. Belfry, thank you for the ticket. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much, Belfry. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Every time Belfry's pog. Thank you so much, Belfry. Nice. Well, Belfry's 1 in 1,000 right there. I will do the 2 wheel spins a little bit later, sweetheart. I got you, though. Thank you so much. And I think that every time somebody gets flack about coverage, there's always that thing where people are like, ramen tubers and YouTubers are bad. They just cover people's stuff and they profit off of other people's drama and blah, blah, blah. You guys know this, right? I know you guys know this, but what I want to say about it is genuinely, for me, right? I cover stuff because I think it's important that we talk about not only ongoing issues or current events, but for me, it's more about education and information, right? I feel like not talking about stuff is not a good thing, right, chat? And some of it is more personal than others, and there's give and take. But I think that this is the most important thing, chat. You have to consider when you want to say something against news tubers, right? It's about awareness, exactly. Why are you Why are you upset about them covering it? Are they taking advantage of you? Okay, then yes, maybe you can be upset about it. Are they trying to support you with a call to action? You know, this particular case that I'm talking about, my intention was to support this person, you know, like to bring a spotlight so that way that people could support this person as they should. Intentions were twisted. And I see this just so often, chat. This happens all the time, especially with drama and news stuff. Intentions are twisted when people just want to cover stuff, sometimes for the good of their heart. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you an example, chat. I don't have to cover debuts. I could just completely skip out on that part of that news. But you know what? I think from me that I have a duty for somebody that has a platform to share these debuts with you coming up, because I think it's important to know what's going on in our space.
My 2 cents. People mad about drama tubers covering news about people? That's what the freaking news on TV does.
It does,
Only difference is drama
because they're smaller,
can
it's,
show empathy.
you know, it's different, right? Yeah. And I know that there's bad actors out there. I know there are drama people that are very predatory, that just take advantage of stuff. And yes, that is a thing. And I 100% understand your hate for that. I get that. But that's not everybody. And for you to pretend that just because you cover news or drama, everybody is that way, that is extremely narrow-minded. And you have complete lack of understanding and nuance in a situation. And that's really disappointing because, you know, for me, guys, I try to do good with my platform. And do I fall short sometimes? Yes, I do. I fall short. Just like something I'm going to talk about here in a bit. Like, I fall short sometimes, guys. And I fuck up too. But, you know, at the end of the day, like, I think you have to look at a situation. Why is it being covered? And what's going on? So that's really important. So that's just kind of my 2 cents about it. But, you know, me adding in a little bit to it. But chat, it got worse. So I think this is where we're going to reach a divide in opinion right here, chat. So here we go. Legal mindset. Can we make that a green screen? I love that. Can we make that a boyfriend team? Everybody makes mistakes of being human. It still sucks when it happens. Well, do you want to talk about that right now, or do you want to talk about that later? Because now let's finish this and I'll tell you. So here we go, guys. Legal Mindset leaked the VNU graduation schedule. That is right, chat. He leaked the VNU graduation schedule. And here it is, chat. Hello, everyone. Here's the schedule for the upcoming graduation. So there's social media updates. And of course, here is everybody talking about their announcements. So on and so forth. Yep. That's right. It was completely leaked by Legal Mindset. Of course, here's another part that says, I told you it got crazy. As you know, the company's decision on the graduation announcements are being delayed because of the issue that came up with the company investors. The issue is that a potential investor had found out about a supposed leak about talents graduating from VNU. This affecting the company's case for receiving this investment. Upper management has determined that they need to buy time to let this blow over. The plan so far was to announce the graduation of 5 talents altogether before February 11th. Actual graduation streams will take place over the week of February. However, because the investors newly found doubts about VNU, upper management is desperate to prevent these doubts from being confirmed in the investor backing out of the investment this month. The talents who are graduating have been reached out to about postponing graduations by a month. So, as you can see here, chat, this apparently came from, somebody internal, right? Somebody internal leaked this stuff to Legal Mindset. He said I got leaked all sorts of information in Vtuber world. I really sure as I don't want talent backlash. So, totally makes sense, right? So, I think this is something we're going to need to stop and discuss, right? Because, as you can imagine, this caused a lot of controversy and issues as well. So, this came from a talent, obviously, that leaked this stuff to Legal with the intention of pushing this information out just to show that, a lot of people are leaving. VNU is not, a really great company. Stuff like that, right, chat? So here's the issue that people are bringing up. Number one, Legal Mindset leaked this stuff, leaked it out to people, and did not consider the feelings of all the other talents. They're saying that it's morally wrong for you to leak this stuff, and they should have been able to graduate in peace, chat. So this leak didn't accomplish anything. Why did you do it? Et cetera, right? So, and of course, people just talking about everything kind of exploding. That's a long list of graduations. So, here you are. You're actually such a hack, dude. How do you call yourself a lawyer while also being the leaker for this? So, I was just trying to find one bad example where somebody's upset about it. So, the other side of it is like, well, somebody from you wanted this leaked. They wanted this information out. They wanted legal to be their voice of reason. Or, I'm sorry, they're kind of like their avatar, right? Like communicating for them, putting this out by the request. And again, this is their request of a talent. This is access to completely, free information now. So, what do you guys think is the right thing here? Do you think it's okay that legal leaked this? Do you think it's not? What's up, Willie Millis? How are you? Yeah, they're confidant. Exactly. I'm kind of like, for me, I think it's very nuanced. So I'm kind of in between. Like, I think that somebody wanted this leaked, or they wanted the information out to show the state of VNU. And I feel like it's important to share that information with everybody because, again, it's really bad. VNU is clearly not doing well. There's something going on in the background. You'll have the right to know that. On the other side of it, though, I can kind of see where, the talents want to graduate in they want to graduate in peace, right? And this just kind of, this came out before some people had announced their graduations. It's kind of soured their stuff, right? So I think you kind of have to balance between, like, what was, like, morally correct and what was, like, I guess, like, correct in the public eye. For me, I'm kind of in between, like, I get both sides of it. I get, it did soil the graduations, but I also think access to information is a little bit more important in moments. So anyway, chat, this leak caused a lot of issues. Yeah, it wrecks every plans the VTubers had, stuff like that. It's the corporate's fault that they fucked up, but both sides are kind of right. I agree. Like, I don't want to condone legal for this at all. I think there's a lot of considerations, and legal made the best call that he thought was best in that moment. He's the one conversing with this leaker, right? So he probably knows more than we do, chat. So I think that we have to remember that at the end of the day. So what's up, Tal? How are you? So anyway, chat. Let's keep talking about this because it got even crazier. So there was a lot of opinions about this, of course. Blazebug said it was wrong. In the story, even it was to call the corporate out for the bad behavior. Reaction to the girls is because drama has been ripping into these girls since our corporate last big controversy. Just leave them alone. So, wanted to show you that other side. Spectra did also add to, of course, her earlier tweet where she said,
So,
hey,
strap in, take a look, and hop in for this ride. Grab some coffee.
Thanks, Snacks. I appreciate it. The Spectre did add that my tweet was made to start a situation before everything else occurred. Mostly the threats, right? Please know I was unaware of the other tweets we made. I know part of them I did not. And will never condone hatred or wishing violence upon anybody. So I'm glad Spectre kind of spoke out about that. I feel like Spectre they really didn't want people to be like bringing up all these issues about their graduation, and unfortunately blew up, and they needed to kind of, make this right. So, yeah, I believe you when you say you didn't see them. So, I think Spectre's innocent on that part. But chat, this also blew up into even more issues. So, if you're familiar with Pin Numbral, just type 2 in chat. I'm sure a lot of you will. Pin is the guy that's like, here's what happened in VTubing last week in about 60 seconds. I'm sure you guys know him. He's a very well-known, I would say news tuber, right? He reports on up just in the small little 60-second bites, right? So, you know, and I like Pin a lot. I think Pin is great. But here we go, guys. So, Legal Mindset saying that's him. He was in my DMs begging for information and dumb enough to think I would tell him which talent leaked it, as if we all forgot what happened to Seraphy. Which again referencing an issue that happened where VTuber was sued for an extremely large amount of money. I guess this is cop and attention that he wanted. So, and Pin going to Legal Mindset saying, "Yo, dude, do you have any source for this kind of new graduation schedule you posted earlier? I think a lot of speculation flying around about it. I can't see where you got it from." Legal Mindset says, "Share an anonymous source. Obviously, I'm not going to put the talent at risk for being sued by corporate corrupt VNU. Returned Seraphy with almost $500,000 USD lawsuit," which we talked about before. So, I'm going to be real here, chat. Pin, number one, this is a little bit, there's a little bit more on both sides that I think you guys need to take into account here. So, number one, Pin that really had no reason to ask this question. It was really pointless because it clearly was from an anonymous source. Like, there's a reason we don't out the whistleblowers. You know, chat? We don't out the whistleblowers. What's up, Joel? We don't want them to get in trouble. We don't want the backlash on them. There's a reason for that. So I feel like asking this question was just very pointless. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, like he's asking for additional details to clarify, but really, if you think about it, chat, if you wanted to clarify, what was he trying to clarify? There really was nothing to clarify, right? It's going to be an anonymous source. They're not going to out the whistleblower. I don't know if he meant to ask maybe a different question, but that's not ultimately what I asked. Now, chat, now. I don't think the legal really had any reason to post this. Why do you need to post this? You know? Was that from a real source from, and not from image boards? Well, was Zero, I mean, again, this is coming from Legal Mindset, right? I have seen people argue that as well, where they're like, oh, like, you know, was it from 4chan or something like that, right? Again, I don't feel like that needs to be clarified. This is coming from, you know, Legal Mindset. Like, there's no need to clarify that, you know? In my opinion, and you might think so, and that's fine, right? This is either way, right? This is coming from a whistleblower, so I feel like you don't need to even ask that question. And that's my opinion. You might feel different, and that's okay, right? But I really think that was a pointless question. But what I will say is, posting this DM, what was the point in that? Like, well, why did you need to do that, legal? Like, this feels very, like, it feels a little immature, you know what I mean? Why did you need to do that? There was no reason. You could have just left it, you know? Like, just leave it. I mean, even if he wants to ask, or he's searching for additional information, you know, like, I don't know. I was asking a question for his channel now. I don't know, Kami. I mean, again, I feel like this is unnecessary. But that's my opinion, right? Like, and maybe because I look at this as like, you know, again, I would trust legal if he comes out with this picture, right? Like, you know, this was leaked information, right? Leaked VNU graduation schedule looking very neat to Sandy. So, sure. I mean, and again, that's your opinion, right? I have mine. You have yours. That's fine. I don't feel like any extra clarification can be given in this. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got you, Nid. I'll show you. So, I have it on here. But, you know, legal, again, saying, like, posting this. Why'd you have to do that, legal? That you didn't need to do that. Anyway, Pin did post here. His follow-up was interesting feed to wake up to. Now I'm going to argue with people here on Twitter. Arguments never go anywhere and just make people mad. I'll just say, I asked for a source to make sure the leak wasn't some 4chan BS. He himself just revealed more about his source than I ever did. So again, this was caused quite a lot of issues. You know, Elpire says the reason LMM kept the source anonymous because the last time people even saw this about crossing VNU, they got threatened with this lawsuit, right? And I think knowing this context is very important. I'm willing to bet money to legal leak the document with a blessing of the town because leaking LM, or because legal mindset leaking it provides a proper layer of anonymity for that talent, this information needed to get out to expose the fraud that was going on. Given the VNU as a group of people actively trying to figure out which talent leaked this info, I think Legal Mindset's ethical obligation to keep this source anonymous is entirely appropriate. Raises several red flags, so you want to know who the person was so much, which again, I don't think he wanted to know so much. I think it's just like he said, right? It was just some 4chan stuff. But I think that knowing the context that this past talent got sued before, I think it was better just to leave it. You know what I mean? Now, I don't think that his credibility and ethics were compromised. Not at all. Like, I just think it was unnecessary to ask. But again, that's my opinion. You can have a different one, and that's okay. I don't really agree with Legal posting this, though. I think that was unnecessary. But, you know, I mean, do you want to make sure it's not some leak that was from 4chan? Sure, but if the leaks aren't coming from anywhere else, right? Like, you don't see the posting and stuff like that from somebody that is coming from the news, right? Pin is very involved in the news. I would assume that he would do his research to make sure that that wasn't true. I mean, for me, like, when I see a post like this, the first thing I do is start searching for more information. That's why I think it was a little unnecessary. But continuing here, chat, I'm talking about this a little bit more. He did add a comment about his latest live stream where he said, so spoken to Rima following his stream and have some clarification about some things. Mainly at the time of the stream, I was unaware of the existence of the Twitch VOD, and so my knowledge of Rima's stream came from people that were there. Which I think maybe he just listened to people in chat. Maybe he shouldn't have done that. One of those people mistakenly told me that she live streamed on stream. That never happened. It was wrong. And it's 100% on me for not finding a way to personally verify it. In a stream where I talk about due diligence, a fuck up on this level is unacceptable. And it'll only further to hate being sent Rima's way. I'll apologize to her personally, and I'm apologizing here to you guys for messing up this situation more and not living up to my own standards. The stream will stay up. I don't want to hide my mistakes. And I do stand by what I said for the rest of the stream. That's an insane amount of harassment and death threats filing around at the moment. I know Rima's dealing with some absurdly abusive stuff. And I've got my fair share of stuff over this situation, right? What's up, Robo? I'm here thinking about 23 months. I'll need to encourage people to be respectful with Rima and the talents involved right now, and maybe let this situation cool down a bit. So, I think looking at this chat, I feel like Pin took a lot of accountability, and this is why I like Pin, right? He took accountability. He said, hey, you know, I'm going to delete it. You know, I'm going to do better. But yeah, I have no problems with Pin. To be honest, like, given this situation, you know, reaching out for this question, like, again, I'm not saying Pin is a bad person or anything like that, right, chat? Like, you know, in his mind, he thought that reaching out for this source of credibility was helpful, right? Right. But on the other side, you know, that'd be legal. Why would legal put out something that wasn't credible? That exactly, crying. Like, I don't think I've said that. Thank you for saying that. That's exactly what I'm getting at. Like, why would legal put out something that wasn't credible, right? And that's why I feel like this is unnecessary. But I don't feel like Pin really, like, did some giant fuck up or anything like that, right, chat? Like, I just feel like this part was kind of unnecessary. And that was it. Again, he took ownership. You know what? Real class act, in my opinion. Real class act, in my opinion. So, yeah, you know, good for Pin. I will continue to support him all the same. I think you should too. I don't think he took this big hit to his credibility or anything like that. I feel like that, you know, at the end of the day, he did what he thought was best, even though it might have not been the best in my eyes. But, and the same thing, right? Like, I really don't feel like legal should have leaked their DMs to begin with, but there you go. So, it sounds like if you're asking more if the source is credible, but on the other side, right, exactly. So, so chat, now that we've covered this entire situation, because that is it. What do you think about all this? What's up, Professor? How are you? Yeah, I mean, yeah, do I get it? Absolutely. Do I think that having some nuance about this situation was needed? Absolutely. And I'm not like dunking on Pin or anything like that. Like, just because you asked that doesn't mean that you're the worst person in the world, right? Like, I looked at that leak. In my mind, I looked at the leak and I said, okay, you know what? This is coming from legal. I assume somebody leaked this. And if it came from 4chan or something, he's gonna say, right? But he also said in the comments he kind of gave us extra context. So, you know, that's it. I'm not gonna go after Pin for this or, you know, be like, oh, he's a big jerk or anything like that. Like, that's completely unnecessary, you know? But that is true. People will pass around like, you know, random 4chan stuff all the time. And they're like, yeah, it's true. Believe me. That does happen a lot. So I get wanting to ask questions. But I think if you looked at that leak and looked at all the details, you would know it's from a talent. So crazy situation, chat. I'm just blown away by this one. Yeah, very, very wild. So, but that is the story, chat, of V and U. So, anyway, let's go back to talk about some corporate Vtuber news on the backside. And first up, let's talk about Ninja Sanji, chat. I know. You can type boo. I'm not gonna stop you. But first up, chat, we're gonna talk about some new meat for the grinder. I mean, new talents. Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat. New talents. Say hello to By the Beat, Ninja Sanji's newest VTubers, Seal, Rio, Saibo, and Debonair. Of course, this is interesting. New set of talents. So let's go take a look. Or lambs for the slaughter. I hate that. I hate that. But I do like the premise of By the Beat. I'm gonna hope for the best, chat. Look, I know that we don't like Niji, but I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm really gonna hope for the best here.
Care for a drink?
Not by chance, by design. Welcome to opening night.
And I like other guys. Like, it's always good.
Very
Yeah, VTubers is always a good thing.
mindful.
Yeah, seriously, Sheena. So, they have, of course, already done their thing. They're already out. You can go check them out individually. I did go take a look at some of their stuff. You know, it's fine. It's fine, but I really wish I had more to report on some of this stuff. But to be honest, it's just kind of like, it was a regular debut. So I wish I had my connection to these news so I could have an opinion. Yeah, you know, you're fine and new. Like, again, I like to talk about them as a way to learn, right? Like, I will tell you guys, I feel like my emotional intelligence is risen quite a bit by talking about these stories. I've learned a lot about myself, how I treat situations, but I also learned to treat situations more fairly, with more nuance, as much as I've covered these stories throughout all this time. I feel like hopefully you learn something every day by us talking about this. So what's up, Scooter? How are you? Anyway, let's keep continuing talking about Ninja Sanji here. In other news, guys, no surprise here. Hi, Scooter. I'm doing great. Aster Arcadia has continued to reschedule his first cooking stream. Now, the May 1st. That is right, chat.
Oh, brother, this guy
May 1st, chat. This guy has rescheduled it again. So I don't know what's going on with this internal investigation. You know, we're at a very solid 3.5 months, not hearing anything, but it's not looking good for Aster. It's not looking good. I think they're gonna terminate him. So, in other news, guys, Scarlet giving us a bit of a teaser here, saying the Blood Moon is out fall 2025. And Scarlet says this post is not about my period. But we can look forward to a new Scarlet model. So I love her so much. I feel like I know she wants to be Ninja Sanji, and I support that fact because that's what she wants to do. That's the only reason. But like, I just wish she was not a Ninja Sanji, you know. But I still love her to death. So yeah, we're gonna get GTA 6 before the Aster cooking stream. So true. So chat, I want to talk about something recently that has been going on with me. Before we continue talking about V Shoujo, I'm sorry. I just really quickly wait, let me find it here. So can't find it. So the other day, chat, or not even the other day, like stuff we've been reacting to for a while. You know, I've been reacting to some stuff that, you know, over time hasn't really made me feel the greatest. You I've been finding different stuff to try to react to. I've been talking with my manager about, different things that I want to cover and, react to on my channel, right? And, there was some stuff that just wasn't making me feel good. It made me feel, icky, right? I think that some of it maybe made you guys uncomfortable. I know that I've had certain people, reach out to me and say some things. So I just want to let you know that, my react content's going to be shifting some. We're going to be kind of reacting to some different stuff than we did before. I don't want to give you the specifics, but, again, there's just some stuff I didn't feel good about, right? So, ultimately, chat, I just want to let you know that that's going to happen. And that's it. That's all the details I got for you on that. So, I appreciate all of you. Thanks for sticking with me. I really like the days where we would kind of go watch Fail Army. It was a little bit more like chill. It was a little bit more laid back. Like, there's just some stuff that was being said in certain videos that it just didn't. It wasn't for me. It didn't sit right. So anyway, chat, we'll still be doing death battles and things like that. But I just want to let you all know. And thank you again for all your support. I'm always listening to you guys and your feedback. And thank you for, of course, providing that as well. So let's go down to V Shoujo. We'll hop into Hollow Life in just a minute. But first up, chat, Amelie and her new novel Horizons statue is out for pre-order, which will come out June 13th. And holy shit, chat, look at the statue. It looks so good. It looks so good. I love it. So go check it out. Pre-order it if you want to. It's very nice. Another news as well, guys. Centrea teasing us with a bit of a very special model here, saying you asked, it's back. Yeehaw. Well, we did get an update on her new I don't know what to call this model. Like, this is her new 3D outfit. But this is, I will say Cowboys in. How about that? We'll say Marca's in. But this is Zin's newest updated model. I love the top so much. I love the top so much. This is fantastic. So Zin, of course, out here with America model. Let me get America. Oh my God, Western models that she used. Nah, it's America. It's America. And finally, chat, Iron Mouse giving us a bit of a teaser here. God bless America. I love that. Iron Mouse saying eyes here. And of course, a little bit of a teaser. So not sure we're going to get a new model or we're going to get, a new music video. Yeah, Texas Rose model. That's perfect crying. I love that. So anyway, chat, America Goth model win. Okay, I'll tell you what, 500 subs. 500 subs and I'll make my bikini model this year America themed. All right, there you go. 500 subs and we'll make the bikini America themed. All right, chat. There you go. And have a bald eagle on it screaming. So we'll see what's going on with Iron Mouse. Coming up, this was tweeted out a few days ago, so I haven't heard much since, but we'll see what happens. All right, guys, let's go cover everything that happened here with HoloLive, and then we got to get down to our Indian news because we have some insane stories to cover about needy BT chat. So don't go anywhere because holy shit, it's gonna get crazy. First up, chat, let's talk about the newest news here with HoloLive. And first up, chat, there is a huge crossover event coming. And first up, we have Saku tuning out this jersey here with Ninja Sanji on the front of it, any color, ink down here in the corner. So we're kind of wondering, well, what's that about? Well, chat, coming here from Fubuki, we also have something here that says HoloLive. So right next to that Ninja Sanji jersey, we have HoloLive in Ninja Sanji. All of us scratching our heads. What the fuck is going on? Well, chat, the crossover of the century is here because HoloLive and Ninja Sanji seem to be doing a special collab. So HoloLive today say maybe something bigger, like a collab between MLB teams at the Tokyo Dome next week. We'll just have to wait and see. Well, chat, we did get all of the news in regards to this. And that is right, guys. Announcing a big announcement here. Ninja Sanji and HoloLive will hold their first offline event together. Ninja Sanji and HoloLive Friendship Battle 2025. Yeah, heaven and hell are joining in a collaboration. So, insane, guys. And this is coming up May 24th and May 25th at the Hokkaido ESCON field. So let's go take a look here. More of the details. Again, this is just crazy. This is just crazy. This baseball game tournament will be at a real stadium, chat. And you see here's kind of a promo leak picture of everybody when Ninja Sanji and Hall Life together. And of course, we have the big scoreboard. So we have these, I don't know what these are, if it's like a digital representation of the talents, but this is very interesting concept art for the event. Of course, we also got, it's like virtual baseball. We also got this post as well that says, here's the matchups and rules for the main tournament. And you can, of course, see here are the big matchups right here. So I don't know exactly what's going to be going on this one, but it looks pretty fucking crazy. Very interesting. And I'm very excited to see, of course, Hololive and Ninja Sanji come together. I think that as much as people shit on Ninja Sanji, right? There are good things happening in Ninja Sanji over on the JP side. Yes. You know, I know that there's nuance in every situation, right? So I feel like maybe this is a moment for everybody to kind of come together to celebrate VTubing as a whole. We will hope. All we can do is wait, chat. So it looks very interesting. Very interesting. So I'm curious how this will work. Yeah, me too, Vector. So what's up, Dimes? How are you? Started acting up again for anybody else. It's okay, but it's been okay for me, Zio, but it'll probably fuck up later. Who knows? In other news, guys, Anya just released a brand new song, Idol Chronic, that is available, guys. So go check it out. We're not gonna listen to it right now because we have a lot of news. But Flow Glow also released their new single, and it is titled 24K Gold. This one is already out as well. Certainly go check it out. Man, Flow Glow has been killing it. All their music has been so good. It's been so good. So certainly go check it out. We've also been blessed by even more covers coming from Mori Calliope called Brain. I don't know where this is from, but here's her cover of it. Let's check it out. Yeah, you guys have to let me know where this is from. It gives me Persona vibes. Yeah, it gives me Persona vibes, but it's really, really nice. Yeah, really, really nice. First, big congrats here to Mori. Always cooking up something for us. Oh, yeah, so let's go take a look here at Iris's birthday. That's right. Iris just celebrated her birthday with a very special concert, as always. Let's go take a look at the pictures and clips. Yeah, Tris. I love that. Yeah, oh, she was throwing it back in this concert. So many things I gotta show you for this one, chat. Actually, let me move this up here. Oh, shit. Yeah, let me move my document up here so I can actually see what the fuck is going on. It's so much easier to look at it up here. I mean, look at these screenshots. It looks so great, right, chat? Oh, there's your GAT. Yeah, there's the GAT you were talking about. Oh my god. Because again, the quality of these concerts. First I had Kiwawa as a guest there as well. Of course, that was called The Hope Upon a Star. I told you guys I would follow up with you about it last week. So also, I just love the crony DJ. Like, this is so fucking funny. I love this so much. This is great. This is so great. I like all the little like things that they always had him. What's up, Regina? How are you? And of course, here are all the guest stars that came by. Of course, even Crony and Ebo as well. So super cute. Super duper cute. And this concert was so good. Of course, she said, thank you so much for celebrating my birthday with me. I put all my heart into this live, and I hope you can continue to support me in my singing journey as we reach for the stars together. So, absolutely incredible, as always. Yanini and Votan. She also made this little keychain as special merch, and if you press it, it makes a noise. So I thought that was really cool merchandise. I don't think I've seen any VTuber merchandise like that. I think that's awesome. Also, Iris, of course, did debut a brand new song called Diamond Girlfriend, featuring Matsu as well. Them to animate my butt better. Like, next 3D model chat, we gotta get a better looking booty. So, anyway, there is Iris's new song. Certainly go check it out. We never see her, but I know it's because you're doing my bikini model. Hey, you do my bikini model. That's not fair. That's not fair. In other news, guys, Laura, tweeting out her goth version here. What the fuck? That is not it at all. That is not. What? that is not even close. Okay, I think I lost the link. My bad, chat. Yeah, my bad, chat. My bad, chat. Now let's go take a look here. I don't know why we're talking about JoJo. Anyway, Paola actually announced her goth model, or at least showed the artwork for it. It was so nice. Here, I gotta scroll a bit. We'll find it. Here it is. She's saying it's finally done. Hope you like it. And here is the new Paola goth outfit. Of course, I love the new design for Injustice. Like, this looks so fucking good. I love it. I love it so much. I like the keychain and like her purse. This looks amazing. So, yeah, it's like everybody was asking for this so much. Emo Chatini is my spirit animal. Seriously, I love him. Love it, love it, love it. So, wanted to show you guys that. Yeah, don't worry about the JoJo news. That's actually fake news. I deleted that, I thought, but apparently not. So, yeah, that's all fake news. In other news, guys, unfortunately, all the girls that took part in HoloFest are not feeling well. That is right. Coming here from Yori, Mori, Roboko-san, and Gigi. Everybody has been super sick since the event, guys. Even Fumoko also saying we're very sick right now. Ruffians, we're doing our best to heal up. Even Hiko's also coming out with her tweet saying that I'm hit 38.7 degrees Celsius, which is extremely high temperature, chat. Mori also going on to say, don't beat my record. Mine's even higher. That's 104 degrees Fahrenheit. A new record for my life, actually. What the heck happened at Fest? So somebody getting like a neurovirus going around and stuff. What's up, Nick? How are you? Really, really bad. So everybody not doing so well, but hopefully everybody's healing up and feeling better after HoloFest. It's been a few days. So in other news, guys, Mori actually officially saying one of my teenager dreams came true, and she officially got a t-shirt that is being sold at Hot Topic. Hot Topic saying PSA for our deadbeats out there. 4K IPT by Ghost X Ghost is now available at Hot Topic. That's incredible. That's so fucking cool. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous, chat. I'm not jealous at all. I'm not jealous, chat. No, I think that's so cool. That's so fucking cool. So run to Hot Topic and get your Mori shirt. Very cool. In other news, guys, McDonald's. Yes, McDonald's teased a HoloLive collab with Susie. Right here we have Ado Yoasobi, and of course Susie as well. Also got another teaser as well. With of course one of your favorite hamsters that's coming out here very soon. For this teaser here, and it's got even crazier, chat, because this leak, or I'm sorry, not a leak. This teaser is absolutely true. And here we have, of course, coming from McDonald's. And Susie tuning up. I'll be participating in the McDonald's Hyra Mix project. They'll be streaming their MV simultaneously. It's their first VR chat stream. So they actually went to a McDonald's VR chat world and sharing their experience with McDonald's in there as well, which is really fucking cool. Like I don't care how you feel about McDonald's. That's actually just fucking cool. And finally, here was just more kind of screenshots. This was something that they were teasing. This looks like Yomi, by the way. Why is Yomi in a McDonald's campaign? But of course, there's some stuff with Susie as well. So really, really cool collaboration with McDonald's. I love that. As well, chat. Speaking of Susie, Google, that's right, Google, acknowledging her birthday. That is right, coming from Google Japan. March 22nd is Susie's birthday. Finally, this weekend, we have compiled a list of search terms that bring to mind memorable moments from the past 7 years. As you see, chat here is some of the screenshots, but the fact that Google Japan is acknowledging her. I know she's been part of um a campaign for them before. It's just wild to me, guys. VTubing is being acknowledged by Google, so huge W. Insane, insane. All right, chat. Let's skip down here to some of the things going on outside of the big three. I know we talked about being new, but there were some things I wanted to cover with you really quickly. So first up, chat, a update on Globy. That is right, guys. Hobo Barbie, aka Mimi, Score Mimi, has unlisted all of her streams on her Twitch channel. Of course, she only did 6 streams there, but you cannot see them anymore. I do believe this might be due to the fact that she used the Score Mimi model on her own like indie channel, so that's probably why. But did just want to follow up. I'll let you know what was going on with that. I think that's why. So, in other news as well, Bonnie Barkswell giving us a bit of a teaser here, saying question mark and a silhouette maybe of a new model. I love the really long hair though. Bonnie says it's not a pregnant model, you horn dogs. This is gonna be so cute. Very excited. So let's see what happens, chat. Really, really cool. And other news as well, guys. Coming here from Specialite, it's a graduation of Mickey or yeah, I'm gonna say Mickey or Mikey. Of course, with a heavy heart, we're announcing a Specialite Ian talent. Mickey will be graduating on April 14th. Mickey will hold a graduation stream where we can all share one last special moment together. More details will be announced on our channel our channel soon. Following graduation, her X account, YouTube and Twitch channels will remain available for viewing. So I like that they're leaving your stuff up. But yep, that's right. Yeah, I know Specialite. We've talked about them a little bit more recently, but looks like we are going to see that graduation. In other news, guys, VTuber did announce a brand new game, as you remember, called Stardust Gate. Well, we did get a little bit of footage of the game, so let's go take a look. I'm going to play this so bad. This looks fun. This looks fun. Yeah, VTuber Subway Surfers, literally. It's kind of like a different vibe to it, though. You know, it's like, I don't know, like Tony Hawk Pro Skater vibe, but like, I don't know how to describe it. The vibe is very like real, though. You know, those are pretty cool. Yeah, it's literally like Subway Surfers, but skating. You know, like it's cool. The Stardust Skate is coming out very, very soon. You can wishlist it on Steam. Certainly go check it out because I know I'll play it at least once on stream. It'll be awesome. In other news, guys, let's go take a look here at Raki. Why are you playing? Let's go take a look here at Raki coming from Pixel Link. As you guys remember, we talked about Pixel Link dissolving and a lot of the talents in that, right? So, of course, Raki going on to say, I want to announce that I intend to acquire my IP to continue streaming as Raki. However, to fulfill this, I humbly ask for community support coming on for a donathon this week on March 15th to gain their IP. Of course, it's going to cost $10,000, which we were all like, $10,000 for IP is really high. But, you know, Pixel Link is dissolving and Raki wants to keep their stuff going on. Well, chat, I have some great news for you. This is incredible. After only 9 minutes of streaming, they raised double the amount that she needed to keep her IP. What's up, Dark Supersonic? This is so fucking great. I'm so incredibly happy for them. $20,000 after only 9 minutes, chat. That's just crazy. So you gotta love it when people show up and support other people. And she deserved it. So lots of love to Raki on that one. Fantastic. Fantastic. Another news, guys, coming here from Vtuber. Vtuber actually was raising money recently. Mercy also tuning up. Now that the dust is settled, my birthday donathon raised a whopping $32,000. That's crazy. So initial goal was 10,000. I was surpassed in 20 minutes. And the final goal, 20,000, was achieved in 8 hours, leaving the Vlure team panic. Thank you. So Vlure cooking out here. Insane. So another news, guys. Phase Connect. Looks like we're going to see some new outfit. Wow, I wish I could talk. Outfit debuts coming here from Illumi. Seeing the Luminat saga into Saturday. It happens next on YouTube, Saturday, March 22nd. So be on the lookout for this one, chat. Looks exciting. In other news, let's go take a look here with Harris. It looks like Harris Agency, which is a management company, looks like they are parting ways mutually with Cernia, Croc, and Envy. This is the same team that I believe Nekomiki is part of. And we want to thank them for taking on a trial with us. And we wish them the very best in their continued journey as a content creator. So this is very much like, I think they were doing like a trial run, and, you know, ultimately they decided to part ways. And I think they wanted to clarify that although we refer to ourselves as Harris Agency, we're actually a management company, not a talent agency or Vtuber corporation. So just kind of a small thing, but, you know, wanted to mention in passing. Another news as well, V4. I know I'm schmoving, chat. Incoming transmission from V4 Rhyme, tweeting out March 23rd and 24th. Looks like we have the Voltail 3D Showcase. So I will follow up with you on all of these debuts coming up. Of course, this is their 6-month anniversary for some of them. So we'll be taking a look at that, and I'll follow up with you and, you know, show you everything that's going on with that. So really cool. Finally, chat. Just one thing to mention here. Stelly Live 2nd generation, which is named Universe. Looks like they're going to be debuting their 3D coming up on March 22nd and 23rd. So a lot of new 3D models coming your way, chat. I'll try to follow up with this and show you what it looks like when it does come out. So really, really cool. Really, really cool stuff, chat. All right, everybody. I hope you're fucking ready. Let's all like take a moment to stretch. Actually, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go turn on my fan really quick, because we're gonna be talking about a very, very big topic that recently happened, chat, and that is about VTuber scalper. That is right, chat. A VTuber scalper buying models and reselling them for a higher price. Yeah, so I'm gonna go turn my fan on really quick. I'll be right back, chat. And let's get into it. It's gonna be crazy. Everybody shut. You shouldn't be scalping stuff, like, period, right? Like, that's really, really bad. But I do want to say about this situation, there's a lot to it, chat. There was a lot of people that came forward to talk about this situation. And there's a lot of things to look into, guys. There's a lot. So I hope you guys are ready. But I did want to remind you of this particular VTuber. And this VTuber is named EDVT, chat. So let's go take a look at this particular person. And this was their old issue that they had. If you don't remember, you know, Edie was the one that was bashing a model that she purchased. She purchased a model, used it, was bashing the rigging. I think you guys maybe remember this in great detail because we covered it. And ultimately, they tried to apologize and, you know, do a lot of things to try to make it right. So ultimately we were like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. But it did seem like they were trying to do the best that they could, right? Yeah, Daniel, I want to read through everything, you know. I haven't looked through every piece of information before stream, so we'll take a look. Yo, thank you so much, Corvus. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Cutie. So, ultimately, this is the problem that they had a bit ago, right? I think it was like, I want to say it was 2 months ago, but maybe it was a month ago. But anyway, chat, this person has been called out big time, and I believe the first post I saw about this was Mousy tweeting out, "Dear Needy, you bought my model for 2K, which I'm okay with, right? The issue seems you're charging the original 4K that you didn't pay for. So let's go take a look. You charged the buyer the original 4K price I was asking for, plus an extra 1K for add-ons you did. I have no issue that you're charging extra for add-ons, but I do have an issue with you charging the original 4K that you didn't pay for. So let's take a look here. In proof that, they were sent this money. The original price was 4K, so I was selling it for the original price. Plus, I had some art made and was going to rig the other model in the folder. So, if you charged the 2K that you paid plus an extra 1K for add-ons, I would be fine. But that's not what you did. You claimed I said it was okay, but I did not agree to you charging more than it's worth without the add-ons being of that price. This DM of you asking if you could charge more was right after you stated adding things on. Because like I said, I don't have an issue with you charging for add-ons. I did not in any way think it was okay to charge extra for what you didn't pay for. That the add-ons don't equal, which makes sense, right? There we go. I need to know the artist and we're going to need to give credit to. I can read their TOS to know what I'm allowed to do with the model. I'll give full ownership of the design. It can never be reclaimed by anybody else. How do you take payment? Either host a big giveaway for it, or I'll hire some other artists to make things for it. The kids have made a stuff done in fan art event and sell it for a bit more. I just want to make sure either option be okay. Oh, that's sweet. I'll type up the info for you on my PC and send it over. I and myself know the person who bought this from you is okay with this. I tried getting help from the artist and manager of said artist, but unfortunately, they couldn't help. They did, however, advise me to take it up with you, and you decided you saw no problem with what you did. Actually, Palm saying like, whole vacation portion of the saga actually makes me sick. Yeah. So Axie says this behavior when it comes to reselling and changing up, hiding information, it makes me feel sick. Transparency is important. I'm so sorry this happened to you. I'm adding another red flag why not to do business with them. So, the chat, what do you think? Do you think that this was okay for this person to, charge the original price for the model? I mean, I know they added some stuff onto it, but it's crazy to me they said they're going to charge 2K. They're going to add $1,000 worth of stuff, but suddenly they're like, well, I'll just charge 4K for it. Like, it's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy, right, chat? And we have so many other things to talk about, including this bit of thread about their manipulative behavior. They should get all the money for the model they sold. I mean, if you buy a model from somebody, want to sell it, and adjust some things and things like that, that's fine. But you do have to seek out permission from, either the person that sold it, or the artist, or both. It depends on, their TOS and what they want to do, right? It's against most people's TOS, So here is a thread of the things that allegedly Needy has done. So let me drink a sip of my tea. We'll keep talking. By the way, chat, I know we have 41 minutes on the timer. I just want to let you know the last person to sub right now is Cafe Corvus. Cafe Corvus was the last person to sub. So Nita constantly presents himself as a victim of a witch hunt and harassment rather than acknowledging why people are upset. They mentioned I woke up to a lot people very angry at me, shifting sympathy on themselves instead of addressing the core issue. They frame criticism as people being hateful, mean, or out to cancel them rather than valid concerns being raised. I also stress the reason why I'm always broke is because I spend my entire paycheck on giveaways. The second I get money, I give away to others, as if past good deeds could absolve them from criticism. I agree with that. And of course, here are those screenshots of this stuff, right? So you're not absolved of any criticism just because you've done giveaways, right, chat? I mean, that's nice, but you can't just be like, oh, well, I give away stuff, so you know, you can't be mad at me. Like, it doesn't work that way. Shifting blame and avoiding responsibility. Then owning up to the reselling issue immediately. They blame the situation on a misunderstanding of the artist TOS, even though they admit they didn't check properly. I did go check the artist TOS, and it says you can't resell the model without asking, but I assume since the model had already been sold multiple times that it was fine. Wait, what? That makes no sense. Yeah, look, I'm gonna say with, yo, Skull, thank you for giving us up. I need 2 wheel spins, by the way. Wait a second. So, you assumed about somebody's TOS? But that is like one of the biggest, like, mistakes you can make. Assuming about somebody's TOS? Nah, bro, there ain't no way. The statement that's not really my fault, you're free to save up and get a custom model of your dreams instead of buying my adopts. It's an attempt to shut down public discourse and discourage further criticism. Agreed. That's just being like, oh, well, you know, I know that I'm serving you poison in this cup, but you don't have to drink it. You know, like, that's crazy. They suggest call out posts could have been handled privately while ignoring that they themselves avoided due diligence. Again, there's a screenshot of that. Guilt tripping and manipulation of perception. They repeated, forgive me if for once in my life I tried doing something for myself for my trip. So, if you don't know this, chat, this is a great time to bring it up. They decided to use a lot of this money to take a vacation for themselves. What? I get it's your money, you do what you want with it, but I feel like that reflects very poorly on you when you're doing this type of behavior, you know? Of course, people are going to be like, wait, so you're scalping models and you're taking a vacation? Like, that's crazy. And I think they even go on to say that they use some of this money for vacation. Don't quote me on that yet, chat. But I think I remember seeing that. It's a constant guilt tripping tactic. By emphasizing, I always have some giveaway active. I know I manage money poorly, but I don't really see how this makes me a bad person. They implied that they should be criticized for trying to profit this one time, regardless of ethical concerns. They even suggest that people should be saving up for their own models instead of buying them, solely blaming buyers for their own dissatisfaction, which is insane to me, right? Like, you would expect that. I think, like, when you sell a model, right, chat? It's almost like a used car in my mind. If you have a model and you sell it to somebody else, it's going to be worth less than you originally bought it for, right, chat? It's used. Somebody was tied to that image. If you want to buy one, that's awesome. But realize that it is used. You know what I mean? It is a used model. But I think people that buy it, it should be for less. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But you arcing it back up to the original? Nah, bro, that ain't it. Gaslighting and minimization. They downplayed the severity of the issue, repeatedly calling it a misunderstanding rather than a mistake with clear ethical and business implications. I made a mistake in judgment. That's my fault for misunderstanding. The phrase all is well and it'll be handled is used to try and close the conversation, as if saying it makes enough makes it true. Even people are still voicing concerns. They imply that people are spending lives making up rumors, slowly gaslighting their audience into distrusting criticism. So I go and check the artist TOS and see you can't resell the model without asking. I assume since the model's already been sold multiple times, it was fine. That's my fault for misunderstanding, and I contacted the artist to see what I can do to make it better. I hope 3 years of me giving models and designs to people in need show that this was the one time I tried to do something for myself, and I see it's against US, and I'm fixing it. I'm really sorry for this inconvenience and misunderstandings, which it just doesn't read well. It just doesn't read well, you know? What he needed was bought a used car, installed sensors and built-in dash cams, and increased the price. Yeah, exactly. Like, and again, just because you add stuff to it, depending on what it is, right, could bring that value up to that point. But you can't just, like, be like, oh, I made, like, one emote for it, and now I'm going to charge $2,000 more. You know, like, it's got to scale the, whatever you add has to be equal. What's up, Shadow? How are you? Okay, we already read this. Yeah, we already read this. Controlling the narrative through blocking. I'm just blocking and moving on. It's an attempt to cut off dissent rather than engaging with valid critiques, which unfortunately this person did go on to block tons of people, especially the ones that were criticizing them, They reinforce the idea that blocking is normal. And those who criticize are just inserting themselves in a drama, reducing accountability. Now, I will say this. You can block whoever you want. It's your choice, right? But it might be more of a shield more than anything. When I talk, DME forces critics into private conversations where there's no public record of what's being said. Again, I feel like this is a give and take, right? Because, for instance, like on Twitter, when people just say crazy shit, you know what I mean? Like, when people get really wild, sometimes, like in the past, I'm like, you know what? Come talk to me on stream. And that is a way for them to, to stop the conversation because number one, Twitter is a horrible place to have a conversation. But number two, like, it's also like, you can't get away with just saying whatever you want. Normally when I say that, it's because they're saying something really, really vile and stupid. So that's normally why I'll say that. But I'm just blocking and moving on, as you can see. But if you DM me about it, I can figure it out, which isn't always the case. So again, kind of a give and take statement. Just want to be fair on that. Future proofing against future criticism. They preemptively dismiss future criticism by saying, be careful of lies being spread, making it harder for anybody to bring up real issues. I mean, I get that. You want to call that out sometimes when, like, hey, like, future people that want to criticize should be allowed to do that, right? I mean, it gets open space. Doesn't mean the criticisms are right. But nonetheless, they frame any ongoing pushback as unnecessary drama. They're like coercing their audience into thinking the issue could already be forgotten. But again, they normalize their behaviors by saying they'll continue practice in auctions as if the entire controversy was a non-issue. I think ignoring it and they're just been like, oh, like, I'm just going to continue to do whatever I want. That's not the way to do it, right? And it almost feels like, it's not like a threat, right? But it's kind of like, it's to manipulate this situation. Like, oh, be careful what you say, The conclusion, this is a highly manipulative response designed to get blame away from themselves by painting others as irrational haters, avoid true accountability by, of course, minimizing the issue and portraying it as a minor mistake, control the public perception through emotional appeals, victimhood, and blocking, preemptively shut down future criticism by making anyone who speaks out unreasonable. It's constant damage control via manipulation rather than a genuine, reflective apology. What I think that's what we want, right? We want somebody just we want you to take accountability, right, chat? I think that's the biggest part of it. So ultimately, so far, chat, what's your thoughts about this? I'm gonna keep reading through stuff, but I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Because I mean, for me right now, like, it's very classic, just manipulation, not a good look. Nita also went on stream and said, why isn't she being attacked about the seller? This is basically her saying she deserves to be harassed and encouraging people to go after her. Instead of taking accountability, she's just trying to shift the heat onto somebody else. So again, she's like, oh, like, why isn't the seller getting in trouble for the things that I'm doing? That makes no sense. So let's go take a look here at the clip, chat.
And I'm just so bumfuzzled. Why I'm getting attacked and not the original owner who sold it to me and told me I have permission to sell it for higher and who still owes the previous owner money. Why is she not being attacked? Why is she being quote retweeted and taken up for and I'm being quote retweeted and called a bitch and a cunt? It doesn't make sense to me. She sold it to me and then told me I could resell it for more.
Yeah, and I showed you in the details earlier, chat. That was not entirely the case, right? This is like still like a half truth, right? Like, well, they did, but also at the same time, they said that you could only resell it for this X amount of stuff, right?
I in the wrong. And then when they said, hey, you can't do this, I said, oh shit, really? Let me reach out to the artist ASAP. And I did. And the artist said, thank you for reaching out. You're good. I'm so sorry for all the inconvenience. All is well. You're good, girl. Do your thing.
This is Needy, Stevie.
How am I in the
Needy
wrong?
VT. Yeah, see, it's a very, like, classic victimhood kind of feel, I find this behavior similar to scalping in a way, which it is. I mean, that's what I call it. Like, you can say reseller or scalping or all that. Her lawyer is keeping in effect that permission the previous owner gave to resell it for hire was given regarding the 1K that we looked at of actual add-ons, not the random other 2K she added, acting like she bought it full price when she didn't, which is, again, that's why I showed you that tweet a little bit earlier. There was a different amount agreed to, and she took it to the extreme. She's like, oh, well, you said I could do whatever I want. No, bro, no. That's not the case. So, anyway, let's dive into this because chat, there's even more to this. Again, this is a thread of artists and people who were affected by this. Of course, we have Mau, we have Anna. This hurts. I reached out to you to tell you the person selling the model did not have permission to give assets to you, as they hadn't paid me for the model. Bucky going on to say, I didn't want to comment on because there's something that I want to say private. It's kind of sad that nobody really considers design artists in these situations. I created the title to begin with, and no one ever asked me if it's okay to resell it for more or edit my work. Vinny going on to talk about stuff. I kept opinions to myself. Last year, Nidia made a post about going into people's Twitch streams and trying to upsell or give away models that they deem are better than the current PNGs or models the streamers are using. That's really fucked up. That's actually so fucked up. Imagine somebody coming to my stream and like, well, your model's okay, but I have one I could sell you that's 20 times better. That's so fucked up. They're encouraging his favorite others. I could have made a comment on the post. They need a self-promotion. This is inappropriate. And Twitch is not the place for it. I was met with, that's your opinion. I'm helping people. I said you can help people on Twitter and other platforms. But you don't get to go in somebody's Twitch channel and tell them, hey, I can get you something better. That's just really fucked up. Overall, really fucked up. Yo, Stormwing, thank you for the 5 kitchen. Let's go. Thank you so much, cutie. I appreciate you. Let's fucking go. I owe you 3 wheel spins, by the way, chat. Yeah, I owe you 3 wheel spins. So we'll see when we get a little closer to the bottom of the timer. So of course, this person says, my experience in Needy, back in September 2024, early October 2024, I'd reached out to Needy in regards to her selling her Fox model for 5K. I was super excited since he wanted a model so badly. Plus, he allowed me to do a payment plan, which is great. Apparently, she reached out at the same time as a friend did. According to what Needy said, they kept backing out on full payments. So Needy didn't think that they were serious. Needy was giving it to us to buy too since you're interested in the model. This was given before payments were made. The TOS was agreed to as shown in this video here, which, there's a lot. Made payments which equal the total 2K out of the 5K when a friend was suddenly interested in paying in full. Needy knew for 2 months that a friend was interested, yet she didn't tell us until we'd already paid 2K. Guys, I don't care if they're going to pay for full. Someone already paid 2K into it. That's it. Needy told us we need to pay another 1K at the time, which would equal to 3K total for us to 100% guaranteed the model was completely ours and no one else could grab it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You already had somebody paid almost half of it, and somebody's like, I want to pay in full. There's no fucking way. Are you serious? Yo, Syrian, thank you for the 5. Let's go. You guys are popping off. What the fuck? Thank you so much. That's so fucked up, chat. Thank you, guys. It's the hour that never ends. Exactly. I think this is going to end bad. She basically said whoever made the payment first got it. Her friend paid 5K in full before we could pay the 1K, even though we'd already paid 2K in total. Yeah, this is like highest bidder mentality. That's messed up. Chat, if you think that's messed up, type 1. We were refunded the total we gave regardless. Overall, this was just a rough situation. Left a bitter taste in our mouths. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Very much so. Needy ghosting your 20K giveaway winner for 4 months with no updates at all while buying more adopts and having your 30K giveaway. Yeah, so this is the one I want to talk about here for a second, chat. I'm going to clear some tabs, but she held a giveaway and decided just to ghost the winners of it for multiple months. Yeah, that was the thing too, chat. Yeah, that was the thing too, chat. Like, what the fuck? I mean, at least they were refunded, but to me, like, I wouldn't work with you again. That's messed up. That's messed up. I mean, they gave them the money back, so I can't say they were a scammer, but nonetheless, like, would you not be, like, absolutely, like, super appalled by that? So here we go. So, Marina also coming out, talking about that she won her 20K giveaway. I don't have fancy Twitter, so it's on the doc. I just wanted to shed light on my experience and get it off my chest. So let's go take a look here. Marina says, hi, my name is Marina, and I'm Needy's 20K follower giveaway winner. I'm writing this to shed some light on the fact that another person in Needy didn't follow through with. I want to preface that I fully acknowledge that these things are free to me since I won a contest, but what is the point of participating if what I'm promised isn't delivered? And again, I think it's just like a way to farm followers and stuff like that, you know? And that's wrong. You promise somebody verbally that you're going to do something, you don't do it. That's scummy as fuck. Situation was not handled properly or managed right by winning the 20K giveaway that was hosted September 2024. And this is what was promised. So here it is. Follow these steps for a chance to win the ultimate VTuber package. Custom designed reference sheet. VTuber model fully rigged with 3 expressions. Mascot fully rigged. A PNG YouTuber cozy style. Bundle 6 emotes. Eye banner. Profile icon. An entire overlay bundle that features a live stream. So basically, chat, like $100 using anything you like. So chat, this is basically like a full model, a mascot, a PNG tuber, a bundle of emotes, an eye banner, profile icon, and an entire streaming overlay. I mean, that's a lot of shit, chat. That's a lot. So let's see how much they actually fulfilled. And of course, they're talking about just the specifics should not be entered if you don't comment your design. You may not message me your design, so on and so forth, right? So winner will be chosen next 2 weeks. No exact date or time. Just no expect. Here's what the cozy PNG YouTuber will look like. Kind of showing off some of the stuff. Oh, yeah, exactly, Nick. I did receive the $100. I did receive a beautiful design made by Paula. So they did receive $100. They need to receive a design made by Paula. It came with a reference sheet, and that's it. So basically, Needy said, I'm going to promise you all of these things, but I'm going to give you maybe 10% of it. So, guys, I'm going to take you to a... Are you ready, chat? Listen to me. Are you ready? Chat, I'm going to take you on a date. That's right, chat. We're going to go on a date. I'm going to take all of you to the nicest steakhouse that you've ever been to. I'm going to dress really, really nice, low-cut shirt, low-cut dress. We're going to go out. I'm going to buy you a filet mignon with shrimp. We're going to drink wine. We're going to have an awesome time. We're going to have an incredible date. Oh, but by the way, chat, I'm actually going to take you to Arby's instead. And give you flat Sprite. That's literally what just happened. That's literally what just happened, dude. You were promised everything and got nothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rocksteady. I would be so happy about $100 in a reference sheet because I don't even have a reference sheet. But you promised all of this, right? So you didn't keep your word. She ended up holding a fan art event for me where the community made some emotes and PNG tubers and art, but she herself never followed through on all the things that were promised. The only artist in it for a fact she was given to commission was something from Mel, as shown above, which was the example, right? She said everything else would be based on if they designed it one. She clearly writes to let her know if you don't need something so that she doesn't commission. That for which I said I never said I didn't. I will Paul and receive my design, but want some tweaks as well as some specific art styles that my friend does. I asked Needy if she was okay for me to go and commission a new reference sheet that she could give to the model artist. So, sorry for the message, but I want to ask if it's okay for me to tweak the character design. Of course, they said make it and send it to me. As long as it's done before we start your model art. Of course, that's totally understandable. Thank you, Needy. And of course, here it is. So, what's up, shady guy? How are you? I paid my friend a rush fee, and she got the design back by the end of October. Like promised. After sending this to Needy, I never heard back. I was like, yeah, we're gonna do it. Let's go. And nothing. I didn't receive an update on anything for 4 months. I know life happens and people get busy, so I didn't say anything because I was telling myself, since I'll be getting these things for free, I shouldn't rush or pressure Needy, which I think we all feel that way. I just sat patiently waiting for something. Meanwhile, she continued hosting giveaways, calming artists, and giving other stuff that they had also been promised to me. So that during that whole time, chat, this person won this contest, right, Marina? And unfortunately, what they did was they basically delivered other people's stuff, held other giveaways, but never fulfilled the things that she won, which is just really, really fucked up. Imagine like somebody's like, oh yes, your new car is going to be coming in 2 weeks. I will make sure that we get that to you. And then somebody behind you orders the exact same thing, right? And then all of a sudden, their car comes in 1 week. And that's like going up to a restaurant being like, oh, yes, I would like a burger. And they're like, okay, that's going to take 5 minutes. And then the person behind you orders the exact same burger. And they're like, okay, that'll take 1 minute. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not fair. We talked here and there in the comments of posts I was around. I still said nothing because I didn't want to seem ungrateful for the character design ref sheet. And $100 I did receive. A friend reached out to me January 27th asking for an update on my model as they were excited to see it. I told them I had no update or ETA. I really didn't know anything. I also did not receive much, so there was, waiting on the promise and the giveaways. I was watching the 30K giveaway happen and all the beautiful assets that the winner received while I still sat there quietly. Really, really unfair. Their friend encouraged them to message them. I messaged Indy and this was our conversation. Sorry to bother you. I was just wondering about the update for this model. All the specifics. Thank you for what you've done. I already appreciate everything. They go on to say, you're still in order. You're either next in line or the person after. On the 14th, I got a flat color update of the other giveaway winners since I chose 4. One of them is done. This one is currently in line. And then yours will be next on the final one. So just saying like they're in line, which doesn't make sense if they are doing these multiple giveaways, but okay. That's exciting to hear. Can't wait. Thank you for the update. This one's coming out super fast. Here's the updated reference sheet. I haven't come up with the mascot yet. Artist is going to help me with that. Or should I come up with one? Let you know. So just send that over. You'll need to come up with one. And let me know, please. Okay. Sadly, these things have to wait a little bit longer, like the banner and all that other stuff. I'm still very willing to give them you. And I've had a trip in 2 months that I need to save for. It'll last 3 months long. I think they're just spurge again after that. So they were just saying that they're gonna have to wait because they're taking a trip. Which I think with context now, chat, we know that trip was completely 100%. Their choice, right? Like they got to do whatever they wanted. So, and they were saving to go on a vacation. So that's a little crazy. I totally understand the models take time. I'm very understanding of that fact. The model art has been started as of March 5th. I do wish you would give me some kind of update over the 4-month period, but life happens in regards to everything else that was promised. It doesn't bother me that I needed to ask about it twice. And in one conversation to get some type of acknowledgement for it being after months of nothing. So just poor communication. I felt reluctant and like I had to put myself right in her face to be seen. This was all while she was continuing to spend money on others and get art from friends to give to others. So maybe this is a situation where they were hoping they just forgot about it. You know what I mean? If you couldn't afford to give me those things that were promised, tell me that. But also, if you can't afford them, why are you getting other people art? You know what I mean, Top? This isn't how you should handle giveaways or treat somebody in general. I know why posting this may lose out on getting anything else, but I'm okay with that. I'll save up and get them myself if I need to. I'll be leaving the Rigging Academy, which we're going to talk about that here in a second, chat, because I don't feel comfortable riding this stock, but trying to gain something from her too. That's okay. I will learn from my wonderful friends and the online resources that are out there. I feel better getting off of my chest. And thank you for reading. So, ultimately they said that it was started March 5th, but again, nothing has been delivered, right, chat? Nothing has been delivered, so we're still just waiting on this. Of course, we have another experience here. Saying that she custom designed for me, $200. The request was similar to her model Fox Galaxy Moon. I was sure she was doing it, and I was sure I was doing it for her because we haven't discussed anything else. However, once she bought that model of Simp, the next day she saw that character was for sale for $270, chat. Like, what the fuck? You go and comment in the what the fuck? Needy, here's the one where she was talking the rigging, right? And here's the manipulation. Of course, there's This other one where I paid over $500, but it only cost $460. So this person saying that, they paid $500 for this model. However, originally it was only $460. So they lost out on $40. Pretty crazy. He did falsify your receipt for making her donations, claiming it was for a Korea trip when it was for a Korean person to come visit her. So kind of lying about it. My Korean trip is less than 2 months from now. Really need to gather some funds to throw into savings for the trip. You're in Korea, that's awesome. Sally won't be going there. I'm bringing a Korean to me. It's just easier to call it a Korean trip than to say a trip for my boyfriend to come visit me in American from Korea. That's weird, bro. That's very misleading. That's just misleading. Yeah, that really feels like you're misleading your audience in a big way there. And here's another one. Needy selling adopt. She got a giveaway for free. Once again, she got these kids to giveaway for free, almost triple the original price. I was just informed that Needy is selling the adopt. I just give away for free. Please do not buy from her. She has been given away. I didn't even spend $200 on her. I spent $75. So this person ended up giving away this model for free. Or, right? Like she spent $75 on it. Bloomy did. Gave it away for free. And they got it for free. And then resold it for $200. That's insane. That is insane work. Thank you for this remodel. I can't wait to charge 200 people for it. That's insane. That is insane. Which, I do get that here comes a completely new version of Reference Cheap. Design only 200, right? Or model art plus 2 expressions, which she's charging more here for the work she's doing, right? But again, the design only, what she got for free, she just charged $200. That's crazy. So Cybus, this is about a VTuber that was buying models or art of models and things like that and reselling them at a higher price than they got them for. Or very, very high price after adding like a little bit to it, right? For instance, like they bought a model for $2,000, but they tried to resell it for the original price of that model, which was $4,000 after adding a little bit of, stuff into it, right? Just literally just scalping VTuber models. ED charging $100 for a basic level and incomplete rigging course that wasn't disclaimed to be incomplete. So check this one out, chat. They also offered a rigging course that had problems as well. It's kind of ridiculous, my experience so far with Needy. I spent $100 to do her rigging classes, and to be honest, I've been very disappointed. Not only did she lower the price and not tell anyone, they're not even all out yet. You have to wait for more vids. She started selling the course unprepared. I have to sit on my hands and wait weeks when I've already paid $100. There's basic course kits. I feel like I could be watching a YouTube video about rigging, and I'd be farther along. If you blink, you drag the eyelid down, and that's it. Maybe there's special effects and stuff later, but guess what? They're not made even to videos yet. She started selling random courses without even making the course videos yet. Yeah, exactly. You're so right. I feel totally pwned out of $100. I get to rig her model at her schedule. Why so far I've been waiting till the end of February for all these courses. Why sell courses if you're not ready to sell the courses? I agree. And she lowered them to $75. I feel like if you do that, you should probably refund those other people $25, right? Depending on how long it's gone by, but nonetheless. Needy buying a model based on some history and calling it fate mythical creature ghost story, and a blocking to actually Algonquin people when they need to try to educate her on why it should be made into a cute anime girl. But I don't know what Algonquin is. What is that, chat? Can somebody explain that to me? I'll look at it. Or rip that girl. She just cast bad luck on herself, and she shouldn't. He bought a dot based on painful Algonquin history and turned it kawaii. When people expressed to her what she was doing wasn't okay, and the history behind the spirit that she was trying to sell. So there's some kind of like Native American cultural bit of something going on here. She told them that they were ruining her sales and messing with her profit. Replied to everybody who wasn't indigenous that they shouldn't be offended on our behalf. When I showed up and expressed how wrong it was, as someone who is Algonquin, and was raised in my culture. Blog post deleted, post remade. Failed me, culture ignored. Wow. That's crazy. That's actually wild. Okay, so I'm not native, so someone is, please tell me this is okay. I don't think making this creature into a VTuber is good and respectful idea. Also because I've seen Native Americans speak in the past, you shouldn't depict or even mention his name out loud, so as to not attract and invoke the creature with bad karma. I mean, I think that the way that they treated it is wrong. You know, if this is that important culturally, I think it's something you have to treat with great, great care, you know? It doesn't seem like they did that at the end of the day. Apparently, Didi was giving away these models and designs without even knowing what rights she was giving away, potentially putting the new owners at risk of violating TOS. Wow. Apparently, they got this designer, so yours. That's when I realized I had no clue what rights I had. Didn't know what I could do and couldn't do, so I asked. Turns out she didn't know, which isn't a huge deal. And she told me more of a platform help people start VTubing rather than herself. That's when things started to change. I saw less free giveaways and more selling. This felt off to me, so I started to distance myself. I never followed her, however. As soon as I saw the nice comments and thought I was too worried, clearly I wasn't. Sometimes I thought about how she could be helpful, all while not spending money, so she shouldn't or wouldn't have to sell stuff. Like holding those fan art events for those small VTubers that never get fan art. Or maybe reaching out to past giveaway winners to see how they are doing. However, any questions that they had to me, support and time is more valuable. Then came the best friend application to apply to be your friend. It's like applying for a job. Do I know everything? Here's the tweets. Okay, I mean, maybe that was like a live stream or something. I don't know, but TLDR, she gave me the ick. So I didn't want to try and interact much after one. Saw some weird things, so I definitely remember. This one's a little bit more loose, but Eden was also supposedly not allowing the artists who sold to any of the art to contact the winners, new owners of the models' designs. Are you serious? I'd worked with her before as a VTuber artist or clients, but would never let me contact them directly. I still haven't found the client who purchased this model that I made for them. He wouldn't let me reach out to them. What the fuck? That's insane. That's insane. Like, they knew what they were doing and wanted to silence the truth. They knew what they were doing and wanted to silence the truth. Wow. Holy shit, chat. Holy shit. Well, you know, I know we've covered all of these experiences, and I feel like everything is added up into a pretty big story, chat. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Why don't we just take Needy's word for it? Thanks to the person who screenshotted this. And so coming from Needy, if you're wondering why I'm buying so many adopts when I'm so low on funds, it's because I'm trying very hard to sell them as adoptables with my rigging fee added to make profit. I swear I'm not just wasting money collecting adoptables. Okay, fine, normally I do that, but not this time. So, I mean, I do know they were buying the model and then rigging them, so they should be able to sell them for more. That makes sense. What the fuck? But I feel like we can't really take their word at face value. I mean, to read into this, right, chat? Yes, technically they are buying an adoptable, re-rigging it, upgrading it, make it better. So you should be able to charge more. But I feel like this is just now reading it with context. It feels really, really in bad faith, you know? I mean, they are doing the stuff, so is this as bad as it was made out to be? Not really, but again, looking at everything that's happened before. Looking at everything that's happened before, yeah. It's a slight at their credibility, right? So, well, not a slight, I mean, it is a strike to their credibility, which they absolutely deserve. So anyway, chat, Needy did decide to address this on stream. And this was a 7-hour stream, chat. So you know what? Luckily here, Carter was very nice and broke this down for us in 1 minute and 42. So let's go take a look at what happened in the stream, chat. Let me read this to you. I'm sorry, guys. I tried to break down everything that went down on Needy's stream. Needy starts mentioning about the drama around 3 hours and 48 minutes. openly indicated this controversy will pass and she's waiting for everyone to cool down and jump for someone else's throat.
The next thing will come out and they'll jump on the next person's throat, and I'll just keep trying to, you know, do better and try not to disappoint people anymore.
I mean, that unfortunately is VTuber Twitter culture in a lot of ways. There's always drama and, you know, there's always the next person in line, right? Is how they treat it, which is really dumb. But nonetheless, like they're not a victim. Like, I mean, she did say that she's gonna do better, which is appreciated. I'm very glad she said that, but I feel like there needs to be a little bit more accountability. That's just me. If you're being called out for your wrongdoings, I can assure you people don't just randomly jump at anyone. I mean, that is true and not true, because it's kind of like, I feel like a lot of drama is kind of like villain of the week. There's always somebody, you know, we talk about something, and we move to the next thing. We talk about something, we move to the next thing. So it does feel very villain of the week.
I'm just gonna keep blocking everybody. I know that makes them really mad. I'm just gonna keep blocking them.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just keep blocking people, you know? You can't just keep blocking people. Don't only get mad and post about the blocking because they can't get to you anymore. I mean, you can block whoever you want. It's your right. But you also have to understand that people have the right to complain about you blocking because it might be for the wrong reason.
Oh, hell.
You know?
I don't know. I don't know why they're mad at me and not the original or the previous. Sorry. And not
Yeah,
the
we already saw this clip.
Oh, no, better.
I'll skip a little bit.
Wrote that post and
Yeah, and there's also, like, I think the other thing, too, is she's upset about that one artist, right, chat? Look at all the instances I showed you. This is multiple people, multiple instances having issues, right, chat? Yeah, some weren't even asked permission. Not to mention, the original rigger that you believe scrubbed the name off the model just to slap your contribution to the model and get an excuse to increase the price 2.5 times more than what you bought it for. It's a scalping. It's literally scalping.
how am I an abuser? It's like they haven't seen all the good shit that I do for artists.
I mean, just because you do one thing right doesn't excuse you or absolve you from your mistakes. You know, chat? It doesn't. It does not absolve you. So, ultimately, this was some of the stuff that she added and some additional context. I believe I covered all of these. I'm just going to click on it. Yeah, I think, okay, we covered that one. I know we covered Marina. I know Italian Waifu had something to say as well. You do many giveaways, and some of these imply following you. But yeah, it's factual that giveaway bring attention to person that makes them. Here, let's take a look here. It's great to see giveaways happening, but let's be real. There's often more to it than just the kindness of your heart. It can bring a nice boost in exposure of followers and views. And I think we all get that. If you're asking for followers, it means you want to profit. That's not why I do it. You can't just put attention to my mouth and assume that's what I meant. I do giveaways because I love seeing people's reactions and imagining how it makes them feel. You do many different giveaways, and some of them apply following you, but yet it's factual that giveaways bring attention to the person that makes them. So you both win, right? But here's the thing. If you're going to do giveaways and not fully follow through with everything you said, that's wrong. And that's the point that we want to talk about here today, you know? I have so many documents to talk about. Let me make sure I mention all these. Even Suika, who, of course, made that really big customizable model, had something to say about it. So, I think it's a noble mindset to want to give away stuff to others. At the same time, you're taking away chances for others as well. I've seen many of those bids where people want a cool design, but it was snatched by you. That's a great point. That's a great point. You know, somebody said if you went to auction last to bid on an item and the person to stand up and accuse the winner of that bid of more money than you'd be laughed out of the room, which is true, right? You know, she would do add-ons to the rigging once, her name on it only, and not the original rigger. Yeah, we actually mentioned that back here in this video because she scrubs the that stuff, right? So actually that's a good point as well. To follow up on this, is she did scrub that information. But Suika goes on to say, she did herself say she wants to give it to other people who cannot get a model themselves. He gives it to others by taking from and outbidding others. It's contradictory. There's obviously a different situation, actual auction. But again, she's just like, she's doing it to mark it up. It's like, I don't know. It's like, let's say that you go to auction, right, chat? And a little kid, little Timmy is next to you at the auction. And their parents are standing there. And up on the auction comes a lollipop. And little Timmy really wants this lollipop. And the parents are like, I'll bid $5 million. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to take this lollipop and I'm going to buy it for $5,001,001 and then go sell it at the candy store for more. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like morally wrong. Like, just let little Timmy have it. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just let him have it. Like, you're trying to buy it for the wrong reasons. Like, morally, you're trying to buy it for the wrong reasons. I don't know why I've been using little Timmy as my comparisons today, but, there we go. Again, let me pull up all these because there's so many. So to be fair here, Morningstar Studio, there was a Tiger model that we mentioned recently. They have agreed to the new owner using the model art, applying some rules in case it might get sold again. The situation is unfortunate, but involves many other artists as well, and 2 previous owners, which causes a difficult situation. And I think that's just, in a nutshell, like what we're looking at, and we're just like, it's a very difficult situation. Here we have from Simfo, clarity and context of my feelings in regards to Needy, and the recent things that have come to light. Apologies for the links. I've had a few people reach out to me. So hi everyone, I'm Simfo. I'm the VTuber who purchased the Idol Shark adoptable from Needy back in October 2024. I'm writing because I feel lost about what to do. Moving forward to provide clarity for those that may have questions about what's going on. For background context, I started streaming as a facecam streamer and switched to VTubing with the 3D model about 4 years ago. I made the decision to swap to Live 2D. When I discovered Needy, I was at a very dark point mentally. I've been waiting on my dream design that I commissioned in March 2024. It was very much in the dark on when I could expect my commission, despite reaching out. So it seems like they kind of ghosted her for a while. Needy was a sweetheart, and I was enamored by the way she carried herself, and that she genuinely wanted to look after smaller streamers in her space. When she posted about the Idol Shark, I was considering my options at that point, since I didn't know where my dream design was going to come home or not, and I craved to have a unique design and model of my own. Being a shark was a huge deal for me as my initial plan for the beginning when I went the 3D path, but I was talked out of it. Needy commented and informed me that we could do a payment plan for her model. I reached out to discuss it further. I placed a down payment of $400 and prepared my megathon to help raise money to get the model. My community is absolutely insane, and it saw how many fell in love with the design and helped me pay off the remaining amounts. That's great. So that's awesome. Some time had passed by with no updates on my model artist was moving, and eventually Needy reached out to update me, and I confided in her that the story of my dream design, which had finally come home, was everything I hoped it would be. I asked her if there was any way it could be possible to adapt the design as an alternate outfit and hairstyle for my Idol Shark model. I seem extremely willing to make this work for me, and almost immediately reached out to Skylar to see if this is something we could do. That's great. They're working together. I love that. Needy told me it'd be $600 for the hair and outfit toggle, which they went on to pay. Awesome. On January 1st, 2025. A month later, I decided to reach out for an update. I hadn't seen any visual progress on my model since I purchased her. I was hoping to see something. I felt bad pressuring Needy and Skyla, but immediately I wanted to start feeling anxious about the situation and needed an update. I received an image of my model's completed face. I legitimately burst into tears because she was so beautiful. Skyla's art is exactly what I wanted. Another month passed, and Needy reached out to me to let me know she hadn't forgot about me, but she hadn't heard anything about my model yet. So I asked if it was possible for ETA so I could start planning my debut. I was prepared myself to wait it out for another couple weeks. I was ready to pay for express rigging from Needy so I could bring my model home. I was 2 weeks away from my model art coming home, and I was thrilled, and all this happened with Needy. Like I said from the beginning, I don't feel comfortable with Needy bringing my model. I'll not sleep over this situation. I don't feel comfortable with her name being attached to my model and content. Absolutely. I'm hoping that somebody I can make this work and still debut in a reasonable time. My dream rigger is still out on my price range, so I'll be going to consider other options, and I'll be looking around. So it seems like they just, based on everything, their opinion is they don't want to interact with them. very, very fair. Very, very fair. So, ultimately, let's take a look here. Already went through that one. Sorry, guys. There's so many statements. I gotta make sure that I cover all of them. There's just so many. Okay, yeah. Something that Mama Bless said here, I think is really, really good. With the Needy VTuber drama coming back, I want to add my input into here. The owner that Needy bought the model from was under the impression to Needy be selling the model for the 2,000 selling point plus 1K for the extras. Needy upped the price again by selling it for $4,000. That alone is a shitty thing to do. I recently discovered that she's been buying models for sale and upping the price, which makes it hard for people with tight budgets to afford. I do too. It's really, really a shame. Original seller usually does auctions or giveaways to give people a chance. Have a model, but Needy buys them or wins. And many people who can afford this model loses out on it. The statement Needy made in regards to that specific situation, it's very unempathetic and kind of like, not my fault you can't afford a custom model. Either way, I followed Needy when she was barely on Twitter because I believed in her vision of what she did. And over time, that perception changed a lot. In the end, we will see if she actually does, take responsibility or not. My opinion, if she doesn't, then her true character shows. Also, very immature for blocking anyone who calls her out. Even shows minor disappointment in her. Cannot handle criticism or being held accountable for your actions. You shouldn't be online to begin with. I agree with that. 1,000,000%. I agree with that. I feel like Mama Bless here just really hit the nail on the head there. So, Chad, I think this is a good point to take a little wheel spin break because we have 10 minutes left on the timer. So I owe you 4 wheel spins. Let's do that really quick before we talk about ultimately the outcome of this situation, chat. Yeah, ultimately the outcome of it. So let's go. Let's see. Oh my God, he's not being boozled. No. Okay, I'm gonna respin because I can't do a Tangier fire sale. Yeah, I can't do one of those right now. We got news, so let me spin again. Let me spin again. Let's go let's go gambling. I'm sorry, guys, but like, even all these pop-ups on the screen, it's gonna be hard to record. Put it for YouTube. I think you got 30 seconds. Nice. Hey, right now, 30 seconds is a very big deal, chat. All right, that's wheel spin number 1. Let's go gambling. By the time we finish the wheel spin, so the 30 seconds will be gone. That's wild. So far right now, our last person to gift a sub is Siriu with 5. Yeah, Siriu is our current winner right now. So nice. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay, look, that's pretty good, chat. That's pretty good. What do you mean rigged? What do you mean rigged? That's not rigged. I'm just spinning the wheel. Oh my God. What mods are you here? Which mod is here actually? Oh my God, there's no way. No. Not 25. Not 25. Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God. No fucking way. No fucking way. I'm gonna find a wheel spin and I will add it. Oh my God. Literally instant karma. I don't know, Amos. I got more to cover, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh my God. That's wild. That's wild. If it lands on 30 minutes, I quit streaming. I'm quitting. Endless hour. All right, so you got 28 minutes, chat. Wow. Back to 39 minutes. Fuck. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate you. All right, well, let's keep talking. So I do want to talk about how Needy ultimately responded to this situation. Moose saying this is ridiculous. My experience with Needy was not good. I spent $100 through rigging classes. We talked about this one. But chat, here is a quote by Needy. And this came from a deleted tweet. But here is Needy's quote. So quote, hello everyone. I want to formally say I'm sorry here. From the bottom of my heart, I'm truly sorry. I'm the issue here. And I'm trying very hard to fix it. Please allow me some time to do that. I think the best course of action is for me to deplatform, in quote. So let's go take a look, chat, at ultimately how she decided to deal with it. That is right, guys. Needy privated, and here was her response. So now let me ask you before we continue. Do you think that Needy needed to graduate? Do you think that they needed to, run? Needy says graduating. I refunded 8K to people who no longer like to work with me or be my rig baby, as well as making up for past mistakes. I understand everybody wants a refund from me because they don't wish to be my rig baby anymore. I have anything to do with me, but I do not allow refunds. I'm only allowing this many due to the circumstances and don't want to burden anyone to be stuck with me. I don't have any money left to refund. My PayPal is now no longer usable. How convenient is that? How convenient is that? I'm really sorry for those still working on payment plan with me from Model Bundle. You know, I wish you to continue payments are perfectly fine. We keep the designs, but I cannot refund you. Yeah, I feel like they're like, I'm going to take responsibility, but also I'm not going to refund everybody. Like, that's really not. I'll reach out to my rig babies with updates on the models. I complete them up, but I won't be using Twitter for anything else or logging on much. So it may take a day or two, or a day or a few days or so to hear back from me, but I will reply soon. I'm working on pinning commissions now. Your model art is still being made through the artist. You can check it on my Trello anytime. Once all comps are done and clear, I'll delete Twitter, but my Discord will be up for Academia Academy members, so I owe them as a lifetime. It's nice meeting you guys and thank you for the journey. So now here's what's kind of crazy, chat. When they say that they are graduating, they're just leaving Twitter. That's not graduating. That's not graduating. Are you insane? Bro, that's not graduating. So here we go. To be more clear regarding some DMs and screenshots, it is graduating, yes. I'm quitting my career, deleting my socials except Twitch. I'm graduating. That's not graduating. That's not graduating. It is graduating, yes. Just because you say it's graduating doesn't mean that it's graduating. That's... Oh my god. Aya, I have a question. Are you here, Aya? I'm graduating my model. I won't be VTubing or VTweeting. There's a lot to go over and I decided how much I'm going to stream that I consider as graduating. I don't know. I'm graduating by leaving the community as a request of my mini. And as I would like to personally, and quitting as a regular after I finish my comps. Yes, comps will still be open for best babies that need add-ons or changes. You're not graduating. Oh my god. Yeah, graduating from that IP maybe. I don't know. You're not graduating. That's not a graduation. You know what I mean? Well, chat, this continues to evolve because, again, I agree here. Well, what this VTuber says, graduating means ceasing all activities. That includes streaming on Twitch. You're going to graduate, do it properly, and cease your activities on other platforms. Leaving Twitter is not in any way, shape, or form graduating. 100% agree with that. I'm going to agree with this OP as well. Yeah, are you here? I have a question. Of course, Kumalicious goes on to say, VTubers all really choose to graduate. They're taking proper accountability and saying that they made a mistake and own up to it. What do y'all think about this? Yeah, what do y'all think about that? I mean, I agree with this. This is something a lot of people do. They just graduate instead of taking accountability because it's like, they're like, oh, I paid it back, but oh, by the way, my PayPal doesn't work, so I can't really give it all back to you. You know, like, that's weird. That's weird. Let me turn on my AC. Sorry, chat. Oh, it's so cold. Yeah, oh my god, it's getting so cold in here. Graduating and starting fresh is just boring. Well, it's not about it being boring, right? It's just about like what's right, you know, like, I mean, if you want to graduate, the thing is like, you should graduate, you know? If you want to re-debut as something else, people will find you. People, oh my god, guys, as much as we have looked, hey, kiddo, thank you for 33 months. Holy shit. That's almost 3 years, Kinra. That's almost 3 years. I think the biggest thing to point out here, Chad, is like, people will know when you re-debut. If you try to run and restart, people always find you. It's crazy how many times we've seen Redditors like do that, right? Redditors are like, I don't know, they have superhuman hearing or something. Like they are on that stuff. Sorry, I'm just adjusting my chair. So like, you're not gonna get away with it, you know? You wanna rebrand and try to run? It will work. It's about sending a message. I don't teach rebranding. I hope not. I hope not, Stevie. So I really, really hope not. Anyway, let's continue here. Because there's even more to talk about, chat. Because you know, Kuramimi, who was the person that had a really, really big thread, came out with this thread, which I am gonna link all of you over here on the Twitch side. Hey, what's up, C Plus? Hello, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. I am. Thank you so much, Zero. So anyway, there is that for you. But this is a great thread that has all these designs of art and stuff like that, and giving you the original artists. So kind of, you know, recombining, bringing back together the original artists and of course the people that might own it. So certainly go check out that thread. I think it's very helpful for a lot of you because you maybe somebody here bought one, you know. So hold on, I'm gonna look at this last. Actually. There's one more piece of news that I want to share with you guys that recently happened. So I'm personally mad at Needy simply because the price of the model is inflated. The situation could have been avoided if she had taken responsibility and not victimized herself. So again, chat, now her model that you know, she's using right now, she's trying to sell, right? You know, trying to get rid of it. So, which, I mean, I wouldn't want to buy it because it's just like the connection that it has, you know? But what I do want to point out is what this OP has to say. So, the situation could have been avoided if she had taken responsibility and not victimized herself. So again, selling her model, kind of updating people through Discord. The situation has gone on too far, and I don't condone threats, which we don't condone that at all. Harmed others' feelings as well and hated on their work and time. So this is what they're posting, you know, in Discord. They're like, absolutely you can post on Twitter if you want to showcase your work. Considering the entirety of Twitter hates me and doesn't attack anyone, whoever mentions my name in a nice way, I highly recommend you never post about it again for your own safety. Bruh, that's very manipulative. That's very manipulative to say. You might think, oh, it's fine, a couple of haters, but it's one of the most extreme cases I've ever seen. I could not forgive myself if this happened to you, bro. That is such a fucking manipulative thing to say. Yo, Skull, thank you for the 5. Let's go. Thank you so much, Kitty. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Dude, like, the reason that you're getting a lot of hate is because you've wronged a lot of people, you know? They go on to say, thank you, I'm very lucky to have you guys. But be careful that this is a public Discord, and you will be shunned for supporting scum like me. I don't want to harm any harm to come to you guys, as it has many others so far. I'm being real. Out of all the stuff we looked at, I don't see anybody getting attacked on behalf of her. To be honest, I don't see that.
Nice.
And of course, she says that she canceled all the memberships, future memberships. I will be disabled until my bank is working again, so on and so forth. Maybe somebody reported her, but what I want to point out, chat, what I want to point out about this is they're not gone. They actually are literally back. They like undeactivated, reactivated their account. They're literally back again, chat. They're literally back again, so... Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm graduating. Oh, by the way, I'm not graduating. I'm just leaving Twitter. Oh, but I'm not leaving Twitter anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It's just all this back and forth. But what I wanted to end on here about the story today, chat, is this right here. What Hybrid has to say about this and why it's important that we're talking about this. You know, it's funny I wrote down some notes, but honestly, I feel like this just was so perfect. I want to read this and highlight this VTuber. So, on the VTuber adopt drama and why standing against it matters. So, you know, lately there's been a lot of talk about Needy buying adopts, only resell them at a marked up price, sometimes bundling them with rigging, sometimes just flipping the design. The issue, people don't know she was reselling them for more than she bought them for. And now that they do, they're upset. Once again, it's the problem, right? You were not informed properly of a purchase, which to me, that's just wrong. People buy low, sell high, and it's legal. But VTuber designs just aren't products. There's someone's art, someone's character, there's someone's creative soul. We are an extension of our model. Like, a VTuber design is not just, a plush on a shelf, right, chat? Like, it means something because we're bringing these to life. The VTuber community isn't just another marketplace. It's a culture of artists, designers, and creators pouring passion into their work, and that's why it should be respected. Can we get some fucking claps? Can we get some fucking claps? I mean, this is just like 1 bajillion% true in every way, shape, or form. You know, chat, I look at this and I go, hell yeah. You know, like, just shake my head. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. It just, this is why it's so important for VTubers to speak out against this. We need to, as they put down here, VTuber community self-regulates, which means we can keep things fair. But I think that we need to talk about this. We need to call this out, chat, so that way people know what's going on and everything gets kept fair. So I would like your opinion on something really quick, chat. First, I'm going to ask you one question. I'm going to ask you a follow-up question. So first up, do you think that Needy is guilty? Type 1 if you agree, or 2 if you disagree. Where do you think this falls, chat? Yeah, where do you think this falls? And it looks like, not all of you, of course, but, a good bit of you think that, yeah, this is not good. This is not good, right? So my follow-up question, what do you think Needy needs to do to make this right? In my opinion, the right thing to do here, refund everybody, period. 100%. All the people that bought your classes, refund them. Refund them. All the people are going to do rigging for that you haven't already completed, or you're in the process of, finish those, send them. Anybody else, refund them, right? And I think the problem is going to boil down to they don't have the money for it. But I don't like the excuse that, oh, well, my PayPal isn't working anymore. There's lots of other ways to some money. Find a way, I just think there needs to be complete refund. Put your hands up in the air and say, that's it for me, and just get out. I just got here, Blankies. Did you see that she came back to Twitter to resell her model? Oh, yeah, no. Oh, I saw that, but people are coming out whether or not I have your permission for the art. Yeah, we literally just talked about that, Mickey. That's crazy. Also, hi, how are you, Mickey? I miss you. I hope we can talk soon. I need to talk to you so bad, girl. I need to talk to you so bad. Yeah, literally just came back. Oh, good. I'm glad you're okay. Thank you for giving us up, Nick. Look, Mickey. Okay, 119, 34 minutes left. Yeah, she literally just came back. Mwah. You're good. Yes. We were just saying that. She was like, well, I'm graduating, but... Oh, by the way, I'm not graduating, actually. I'm just getting off Twitter, and... even though I deactivated, don't worry, I'm gonna reactivate in 2 days. Like... What is this, man? But yeah, I agree, chat. Very much the thing to do for her, I think, is just... once again, she's selling her model, right, chat? I think she's probably locked the comments. I don't think that's gonna go well. Let's look at the comments. I want my work to be for nothing serious, free fan art. Where if anybody looking to buy this model, Needy is a model scalper, and potentially inflating the prices. But how beautiful the model is, an artist serving their work to be seen. I'd be shocked if somebody pays 10K for the same model she did. Everything that's come up. I agree with that. That's really what I just said. Like, who wants this tied to their... Who wants this tied to them, Gotta get the most profit out of the community one last time. Oh, no. Please be sorry you don't want to model this, Bob. And original owners, don't deny what they did. 10K wasn't most of the art. She's trying to sell stuff she got for free. I don't know about that, but oh no. What is this?
Porn. I'm proud of my...
Oh my god, I'm not even looking at that. Help her sell her cute celestial fox. She's like, no, you're getting the wrong idea. Maybe it's just me, but I don't think so. Model that's been involved and draw my countless times. At full price, it's it. It'd be suck dropping 10K just to be cooked as a person stupid enough to buy the IP, no matter how good the art is. You know, I almost want to do a project, chat. I almost want to do a project. Would you guys be down to do a project with me? Yeah, literally. Like, again, Mickey, we looked at every story. Like, I pulled up every single one. Got to look at the VOD, but I mean, we went through it. Everybody's experiences that I was able to find. All the ones in the thread that this person provided. I mean, we went at it, you know, and there is just such a history of this person doing wrong things. So, apologies, it's a sensitive topic, but I feel, really, Scooter. I'm sorry I didn't read that. Can you link me something really quick? Can I see? Let me read what Scooter said really quick. I apologize if this is a sensitive topic. I feel you of all people might be qualified. Connected, experienced enough to speak on what is going on with Taka. There's some disturbing rumors going around. I appreciate your opinion on the matter if you're willing. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing. Okay, hold on. Time out. I'm gonna take my project. Okay, chat. Here's my project. Buy this model, and try to like restore its the integrity of the model somehow. I'm not really sure how to do that, but like it's such a beautiful model. Like I hate to see it go to waste, you know? Is there a way you could like restore the integrity of this model? You know, like can we like reclaim this model? You know what I mean? Like no, I will not accept all of the horrible things that have soiled this model. You know, I claim this model in the name of America. You know, like I just feel so bad that it's just gone to waste, you know? I know there's so much. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. If you does anybody have a link about this Taka stuff though? Would you mind giving it to me? Yeah, if you have it, I'll take a look at it. It'd be a special one to be able to watch this thing of the model on recolor and better streaming. I mean, I don't know, like Sign, you don't want to use it. That's the thing. You don't want to use it. Like, somebody has to, like, fix this model, you know? Like, somebody very, very big has to be like, this model is okay now. They have to, like, you know, like, absolve it of its sins. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, chat. I understand now. I understand. Wait, chat. We give this model to RNGesus to absolve it of its sins. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. That's it. That's what we do. We go to RNGesus and he will absolve this model of its sins. Yes. Let's go. Who is the original artist? Yeah, who is the original artist? We absolutely should. We absolutely should. Okay, all right. I'll tell you what, chat. Let me get in contact with RNGesus. I'll ask him if he can absolve this model of its sins. Oh my god. Wait. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I think it'd be funny for stream though. I think it'd be funny for stream. Nah, it would need to be picked up really big if somebody's extremely small. It may be so Napalm. We need like Iron Mouse to be like, this model is so beautiful. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'm okay with that, Mickey. Yeah, okay, so who's got this stuff that you want to be look at about Taka? I mean, guys, it's a Takahata, like I don't think it could be that bad, right? I mean, I just want to say this Taka has always been respectful to me.
No.
Very, very, and I already forgot. Oh, Scooter. Yeah, Scooter, do you have this stuff about that? That's, that'd be a breaking story, so, yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to search. Like, you know, like, hold on, let me look really quick. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen anything. Maybe this, yeah, maybe this is just some, well, okay, I will say this. Okay, I will say this. This is the only thing that I'm going to say about this chat. I did see that, Alicia had, yeah, I saw that Alicia and Taco, like, they were not working together anymore. But, to be honest, like, that's not really our business, you know? You know what I mean? Oh, shit, chat. Oh, shit. Oh, no, wait. Breaking news, chat. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. I got another thing to add to this. Minty ManaQuest, who made the chibi model, says, the chibi model I did is not allowed. I gave 0 permission. Oh, shit. Hello, I have full permission for every single artist involved, and the price is their price that I paid them. No inflation. There's no free art included in this either. No fan art, anything except for 1 free chibi model. Dude, they said no. Please stop spreading lies based off 0 evidence and trying to cancel me. Already quitting you once, stop harassing me on your little alts. My Discord is psychotic mean girl behavior. Stop spreading lies about me for clout and just grow on your own. Like my bank fraud or some stuff. I don't know. That never happened. You're making the craziest stories up. And you're actually the problem in my VTubing community. Mind your business and stop harassing me. Holy shit. Wow. And literally, like Mickey says it, she learned nothing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Hey, okay. Yeah, sorry, I needed to think about something. I think I might know what this is in regards to with the Taka stuff. So we're gonna put that on hold, chat. Yeah, we're gonna put that on hold. We're gonna wait on any of that because I don't think that all of the details are out there on certain stuff. So we don't even know what's going on. We don't even know what's going on. Somebody in chat came in and said, you know, do you want to comment on this Taka stuff? I only know that like Alicia said that she was gonna like not work with Taka anymore, but I felt like maybe that was something personal. So we don't really know what's going on. I don't really have any further things to comment. Yeah, comment on that. We'll wait. So put on the back burner. Okay, I owe you wheel spin, chat. I owe you wheel spin. No, you're okay, Scooter. I always tell you, if it's something like that, especially somebody that's such a close friend, you know, I'm always like, wait, what? Like, you know, sirens go off. You can always post in my news stories in my Discord. That's a great place to put it. All right, you got 2 minutes, chat. You got 2 minutes. So ultimately, chat, can we now agree that this person needs to graduate and just be done? Like, this person needs to move on. Can we agree on that? Type 69 if you agree. Wow, this is wild. Yeah, I saw that. 96 minutes in the mirror. Yeah, they just need to move on, man. Just move on. This is this ain't it. Wow, literally learned absolutely nothing, chat. That's insane. So, wow. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's news. You know, I think I am going to leave it here with the 25 minutes. I think it's a perfect way to open up tomorrow's stream. So I think we'll leave it here, chat. I just want to say to all of you, thank you so much for all of your support. Y'all are amazing. Day 120, baby. 120, baby. Y'all have been incredible. And thank you all so much for everything. I believe we are going to go raid the lovely, amazing Mia. Mia is such a cutie. I love her so much. And I think she is I think she's doing just chatting, but maybe playing Rivals or something later. So she's awesome. But thank you guys so much for being here. Gonna appreciate all of you. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. We're gonna leave it with 24 minutes on the timer. And I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, chat. I will see y'all tomorrow. And I think we're gonna do reacts tomorrow. Yeah, I think we're gonna do reacts. Kind of based on what happens with these news. I know I have a lot to cover, but I think we're okay. So we'll cover it on Saturday, or Sunday. Hey guys, thank you so much. I'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Have fun with Mia. Yeah, you're good, Scooter. Don't apologize. You're fine. Have a good one. Bye, guys.